Hey friends, Dana here. And yeah, sure, we got plenty of summer left, but we all know what comes next when the weather shifts from crotch soup season to frozen shriveled peas season. That's why I love my pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. It's the perfect time to get them out and take a peek at both your AC and your furnace. Book your AC tune-up by August 21st and save $45 or save $90 when you bundle both. It's the early bird deal and it's the way to go for peace of mind on both ends. Go to standardheating.com and make sure to mention 93X when you book.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
This is it. This here, boys, is going to be about it for us. Then you're on your own. Welcome to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. We're closing out another work week. We hope everybody and all of y'all have a lights out type of weekend. Not that we're off the hook after today's broadcast. We got a busy damn weekend ahead of us. We do. Tonight's our big old Broast Out Cancer fundraiser at my neighborhood bar, the Wayzata American Legion. And she's sold smooth out. Thanks to you folks. Thanks to everyone who bought a ticket. That money goes straight to folks here in town who are dealing with cancer. Much, much appreciated. Just a quick heads up, if you've bought a ticket and you're all lined up for tonight's event, it is sold out, like I said. The parking lot's going to fill up quick. So if you're headed out to Wayzata tonight to join us, you got your ticket and everything, you might have to park down the street. There's some spots just west of the Legion. You're a grown person. You'll figure it out. But the parking lot will likely fill right on out. Once you walk in, I mean, there'll be door prizes and a silent auction and a 50-50 drawing kind of. Do you like the 50-50 drawing, Josh, where, you could win this or that?
I actually just found out what that was maybe 3-4 months ago. I had heard it before, and I never really asked any questions.
Oh, they do it all the time at the Twins game.
Yeah, that's where I was, the Twins game.
You buy a ticket. More people that buy tickets, the bigger the pot. And then the winner takes 50% of the pot. The other half goes to Randy Shaver. In tonight's case, the other half goes to Randy Shaver personally. He puts it straight into his pocket.
That's how he can afford to be retired.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried about parking in that neighborhood. I'd imagine being Wayzata, a lot of very expensive vehicles.
Lock them up.
Don't want to door ding anybody and go bankrupt.
Yeah, I'll probably win the prize for the least valuable car in the parking lot tonight.
Be very careful. Yeah, be very careful.
You'll be dodging yachts there on Highway 12 or 494 or wherever you're coming from.
And, of course, your ticket buys you a meal. The wonderful broasted chicken that we're known for over at the Wayzata Legion. I'll be checking in over there this afternoon to begin cooking up the birds.
Have you guys figured out what everyone's task is going to be? I'll be getting there plenty early just to make sure I can, wash my hands, scrub up, make sure I'm OSHA approved, and then whatever you guys need. I've got some kitchen experience.
Yeah.
I've never...
You're not getting into the kitchen, Cubby.
That's what I've heard. I heard
You're not ready for the kitchen.
You're not going to just walk into the...
Are you kidding me? I watched every season of The Bear. Hands! All we got to do is yell at each other, yell hands, call everyone chef. Oh, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call everyone chef until they kick me out.
Your night can end a little bit earlier.
There should be a game on how many times in The Bear, the FX show The Bear, they say chef.
Oh, if you did a drinking game, you'd be dead.
You're right.
You would be absolutely dead.
The Bear is the name of the program. Yes, Cubby, I'm looking at you and Danel and Randy Shaver. I think for sure it's been decided that the three of you are going to be handing out chickens and potatoes and cold slaw.
Perfect.
You'll be on the line.
Is there a guy that kind of runs things there, a guy or a gal that might yell at you if you're doing something wrong? Because my son's going to join us, and he could use it. He needs to know what it's like to be in the workforce.
There are 3 or 4 different guys that might yell at you.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell him, don't go easy on the kid. I want them to get a real experience tonight.
If you're coming, if you've bought your ticket, sorry if I'm a little greasy when you see me. But I'll be back in the kitchen running those broasters a good 3 hours ahead of time. We're all volunteers on Broasted Night, so, don't be a dick.
Wait, we're not getting paid tonight?
You're not getting paid for this.
That's
Brett.
a good point. We can't just skim a little off the top? Just a little skim?
Go ahead. If you want to steal from a charity,
Just a little skim.
go ahead.
Minor skim.
Cubby gonna be there. Dana, Dr. P, Dr. Andrea, Janelle Klein, Randy Effin Shaver, of course. NHL Hall of Famer Calvin Portner will be in attendance tonight. That's something that people should know. Curtis will be. This has been a hell of an operation. And thanks to our listeners, we've sold it out on our very first try doing something like this. So thank you very much to the brother and damn sisterhood. You've made us look good again. You've made us look very good.
If I could air a little bit of frustration. I've been laying it on pretty thick. I mentioned a few times my son's going to be there, and I was kind of hoping maybe somebody else would volunteer if they have a sexy red-headed family member that might be showing up. I wanted to know how to dress this evening, if I should put on cologne.
Are you wondering, was that a kind of a sideways way to ask if my sister was going to be there?
Oh, I hadn't even considered that. But since you brought it up, is she going to be there
She
tonight?
might be stopping by. She normally does volunteer on Broasted Night, but she has this wild, deep, disturbing obsession with the state fair. So she went all day yesterday. She's going all day today and Saturday.
Oh, wow.
It's a true story.
Isn't the weather going to be crappy today? Maybe we could get her to
Only briefly.
show up. Oh, is that it?
Only
Storms in the morning, looks like it'll clear up in the afternoon.
So, Cubby, I know you're still, after all these years, trying to make a run at my sister. You'll probably get a look at her tonight at some point or another. She's hoping to be able to stop by after 2 of 3 straight trips to the state fair.
Yeah, it's in the born blood, I think, to love the state fair.
Mm-hmm. And, boy, you were talking about your kitchen experience from back when you were a young person. You worked in a couple of kitchens, 2 or 3 of them, right?
1, 2. Well, I mean, do you count like a pizza place?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, then 3.
Man. And you've told the stories before of the shenanigans that goes on behind the scenes.
Oh, some of the best.
You're carving vegetables into penises.
And I was pretty good at it.
You do all that you can to just belittle each other constantly.
Oh, yeah, basically poison each other's food. I mean, and it was just a rotating group of just sexual depravity. I mean, everybody's sleeping with everyone. I nailed no one. There was one opportunity I had to pass on for various reasons, but I mean, everybody was sleeping with everybody there.
Now, we don't have that problem at the Legion. Me and the rest of the boys from the Sons of the American Legion back in the kitchen when we broast chicken. We don't have the problem where we're all banging each other. But other than that, part of the fun of being a son over there at the Wayzata Legion is volunteering for things like this, and we do just have so much friggin' fun back in the kitchen, breaking each other's balls constantly, joking back and forth. That's part of why I, dig volunteering over there. It is a lot of fun and a lot of ball breaking and just having a lot of laughs.
Having jobs like that or landscaping or when I was mowing lawns and stuff, that was some of my funnest. Some of the best parts about it, I should say, the most fun.
One thing that I like to do when I'm back in the kitchen at the Wayzata Legion, there is a little silly little alarm clock that you can set for 1 minute, 5 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever. And I'm no cook, I know how to sweep chicken into a broaster and then put it into a bucket when it's done. I'm no cook, not by a long shot. I can't cook anything. But I imagine this little timer is for cooking God knows what, right? So what I like to do when it's really busy back there, I'll set that timer to like 7 minutes. And then beep, beep, beep. When it goes off, I wait to see if anyone reacts. Now, usually no one reacts the first time. But about the 5th time I do it, where this alarm is going off for no reason, someone back in the kitchen will go, okay, what the hell is that beeper all about? What's that buzzer going off for? I like playing that long game until somebody snaps. That's a good one. Of course, like any good kitchen, there's a bell, right? Just like I have here in studio. Like any good kitchen, there's a bell. Order up, right? I like to ring the bell until somebody snaps. That's another one of my favorite.
Shoot, you do that here.
Well, right. But similar to what I do here. You know, once I sweep that bird into the broaster, I got a good 10 minutes of standing around doing nothing until the bird is done. So I'll just kind of... until I can get one of the boys to fold.
At the American Legion, do you guys have calorie counts on the menu, or should I look this up beforehand?
I really do think we do now.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, I couldn't be sure because that's not something I pay attention to. But, you know,
I never would have thought that.
As of recently, at our Legion, we used to have, you know, Haggie's Pizza. That was pretty much it. And then there'd be fish fries on Friday. And then the roasted chicken would kick in also on Fridays, you know. But as of recently, there's a full menu over there. So, yeah, you can look for yourself. There might be a calorie count.
Ninja Turtle Nutcase Jesus said he worked at a restaurant where one of the pranks was to squeeze a little barbecue sauce into a coworker's straw. So when they go for a Coke, they get a big gulp of barbecue.
We have a lot of laughs back there. So I'm proud. I'm excited that, you know, the radio station here and Randy Shaver's Cancer Research Foundation and the Legion in Wayzata, that we can all kind of party together tonight, and all for a good cause.
This might double the population of Wayzata this evening.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for bringing that up. Once the event is over, get out.
Oh, yeah. You guys pay very good tax dollars to keep people out.
If you're
that are below a certain, that their portfolio is not diversified enough.
No, thank you for buying a ticket. Like I said, it's all for a good cause. But once they call it done and over with tonight, get the hell out of Wayzata. All right. And that's not it for us. That is not it for us. Once we all come to tomorrow morning, then we got to hump our way over to the State Fair. We'll be at the little 93X tent from 2 to 4 tomorrow afternoon. Stop on by if you can and buy a hat or a T-shirt. Or just directly hand us some of your money. That would work too. How about that, Josh? We're headed out to the fair.
We take Venmo, we take Square, we take PayPal, you know, anything you got. We Zelle.
Yeah, you want your text messages right on the air, just slide me a couple 20s.
I'd be careful with that.
That is true.
There could be some very hurtful things people want read. Hey, you know what? It hasn't even bugged me yet.
I'm more impressed with the rhythm.
I think, you know, what happens is...
Come on, I'm going to get Dana. Dana's fragile. He's going to snap.
That's true. Sometimes it doesn't take much to get him going.
Come on, somebody snap at me.
I have developed the ability.
You guys are no fun.
My dad had, where I can tune things out so well that it almost doesn't exist. He was the best at tuning things out. Nobody ever better. I mean, we'd have to yell at him to get his attention.
Duh.
I know a few people have texted in when you've done that before. Not very happy because it gets their dogs going crazy.
What's that alarm? Who's doing that?
This is very kind. A lot of people are saying they will hand us some money because they know in radio you don't make anything. And
Right.
a few people have texted that even before we brought this up.
Right. Oh.
2 words. True dat.
So stop on by the fair tomorrow. If we don't shower tomorrow morning, all 3 of us will smell like broasted chicken tomorrow. That's one of the things I noticed about working that gig. You smell like that. I mean, your clothes, everything. It's a beautiful, wonderful smell, but just...
You wear it home with you?
You wear it home with you.
Yeah,
I think the State Fair is the last place we need to worry about how we smell.
that is a good point. It's a very good point.
I always encourage folks, as far as the State Fair goes, I always encourage folks to stop by the DNR area, head over to the fish pond, and say hello to my walleye. You know I got a walleye in there.
I didn't know that, no.
You didn't know I have a walleye?
No.
Willie the walleye.
Nice.
Yeah, you'll know him when you see him.
Yeah, no, it's yours.
I have my walleye. Again, this is about the 10th consecutive year that my walleye, Willie the Walleye, will be swimming around the DNR pond. So say hello to Willie the Walleye.
Are you nervous? Like this might be his last fair? Or how's he doing?
He's good. He's good. He's about reached. Well, I don't know. Walleye are living longer than they used to.
It's what, like 7 to 10 years it used to be?
That's what it used to be.
I thought there was like a walleye that made it to almost 30.
Yeah.
He's a grandpapa now, isn't he?
Willie is a great-grandfather.
That's great. Oh, a great-grandfather.
Oh, Willie Bangs, huh?
Oh, Willie Bangs.
That's all walleye do. Try that line tonight on your wife. Let's bang like walleyes.
She might not understand.
Later on this morning, the police.
Oh, no, she'll make like a little worm joke or something like that and say that's not good enough bait.
Something about a leech or a worm or a... Later on this morning, the police are going to swing by our garbage radio studios. Captain Gordon Shank and Lieutenant Michael Lee of the Minnesota State Patrol are going to stop in. They probably want to get on our asses about driving drunk or something like that. We'll find out around 8:30. Maybe you, listeners I'm speaking to, maybe you could even text them and ask them a question. We'll give you a heads up on it later. But that's kind of the gist of when the boys stop by. Ask a trooper. So 651-989-9393. If you want to blow up about something, ask them a question. You can always text us and blow up about something. 651-989-9393.
We're here for your complaints. Yes, those guys are so funny. Being on a text chain with them is absolutely hilarious. Mike Lee especially. The guy could be a comedian.
He is very funny.
Oh, he is so funny and so quick. I actually thought I was going to get pulled over this morning. I had a trooper... I think he was either trying to get into the bed of my pickup truck or he wanted to give me a colonoscopy. I was, I'm over in the far right lane and there's some dude like right up my butt. And I always go forward over so cops don't think I'm a nerd. That's my strategy. And I thought, am I going to get pulled over for going forward over? But then eventually he just kind of whipped around me.
Yeah, he probably ran your plates and realized you're the squeaky cleanest guy in town and said, all right, no chance I'm going to pop in for drugs or something.
You know what I assumed it was? I thought, window tint ticket.
Oh, that's right.
It's going to happen. I thought this was it because I was, like I said, I was barely going over.
You've got too much window tint.
Yeah, I thought this is going to happen at this point.
Yeah, the troopers are going to be here. By the way, back to tonight's event at the Legion, Brost Out Cancer. Did I mention the silent auction? I did.
You did, yeah.
Okay, good. You think, Josh, maybe you'll get in a little hip check fight with somebody at the silent auction like you used to do at Randy Shaver's events back in the day?
Well, I'm not. I haven't really done that, but I've witnessed it. Do you remember?
I thought you and some guy were kind of
No. I watched the guy.
Oh.
And he outbid me by it was cents on the dollar. And it was on a grill.
A grill.
And first I'm thinking, I told the guy, I said, oh no, there is a minimum, it's a charity event. And I just thought he didn't know because I was telling him somebody's going to go up that minimum and you're going to lose right away. I thought I was helping him out. And I think he thought I was competing with him. And I had just mentioned, no, I'm just explaining that if somebody does what the minimum's supposed to be, they're going to beat you because that's what you're supposed to do. He stood there, and after anybody showed up, he still did the cents thing afterwards.
Raising the price by 25 cents,
yeah.
10 cents.
And, usually it'll say $5 increments.
It's a charity event.
Right. And then there was he and a lady that specifically were just standing there okay. And just basically, I think that grill went for quadruple what it was worth. So it worked out.
Yeah. But that's part of the fun of a silent auction is there's always 2 or 3 items where a fist fight nearly cuts loose because folks are guarding that item, hoping no one will. Whenever I'm involved in a silent auction and I go over there and put a bid late in the game, when they say, well, the silent auction's only open for another 5 minutes, you go over and look over your shoulder. Somebody's watching you.
Yeah.
I noticed that somebody's watching me.
There's a restaurant by us that they have those all the time. And it's always sports memorabilia. And one year I bid on 2 signed Vikings jerseys, and I won them both. And I thought, oh no, what have I done? I thought for sure I wasn't going to. It was a Justin Jefferson was one.
Worthless.
And I thought there's no way I'm going to win that one. No way, but I did. And so they called me on both.
So next thing you know, you were on the hook for like $500?
Yeah, that's about what it was. Almost $600.
2 jerseys?
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Oh, I just had it and I lost it. Number 17. He had a good year, and then after that.
Oh, I do remember you telling us this story.
17.
You have a jersey that's not worth the materials printed on.
Ah, dang it.
Oh,
Vikings fan, help me out. Yeah, wide receiver.
Is it KJ Osborne?
Yes, KJ Osborne.
Oh, my God.
He had that great year.
Oh, he did not.
He sure did.
And so now you have a KJ Osborne jersey?
No, it was somebody else wanted it, so I gave it to them. But yeah, I had never won anything before, and I thought, like I said, there's no way I'll win Justin Jefferson.
I'm not surprised, Josh, because I know the joint I think you're talking about, and those sheets are always empty. Nobody's ever really seemingly bidding on those things. So I think if you throw one on there, you're on the hook for it.
I'm assuming that's it, because I was the first person that bid.
Yeah, nobody ever touched it since after that.
So let me ask you this on decorum, as far as that goes. So you see the clipboard, you see what the minimum is. I always bid over the minimum. Does that make me a douchebag? I always think it's a charity event. I probably should.
Well, no. How could it make you a douchebag?
I wonder if, people that are really into it think, well, that's not what you're supposed to do.
The more money you're throwing around, no one could ever accuse you of being a douchebag at a charity event for spending too much money.
All right.
For Christ's sake.
Unless you're skimming off the top.
Well, that's what you just said you do.
I know.
All right, before we take a break, again, around 8:20, 8:30 this morning, expect to hear the state troopers in studio. And Josh was just telling a little story about driving. Dana, what is this now? Dana claims he was in Forest Lake. Mm-hmm. Classless. We all agree, right?
Yeah, I wasn't there by choice, by the way.
What were you doing in Forest Lake?
What the hell are you doing? You'll get your ass kicked.
Did you get lost again?
It was a birthday party. 40th birthday party for my wife's cousin.
How the hell did you get in and out of Forest Lake without getting your ass kicked?
Thankfully, we were on private property. I wasn't in any bars or anything. My wife's cousins, they got a bunch of land, so I was safe. I was amongst family and friends, but no, we weren't at a roadhouse or anything.
You're the type of guy that normally doesn't make it out of Forest Lake.
Yeah.
Because they got no class.
Mm-hmm.
So Dana claims he was in Forest Lake a few days ago, and he saw someone. Now, this individual might not have been from Forest Lake, but somewhere on 35 probably.
Yep.
All right, somewhere off of 35. Dana says he saw a car driven by a man. You say a man?
It was a dude.
And that man had 4 different bumper stickers advertising that he eats ass.
Yep.
I've seen a giant bumper sticker that said that once.
I've seen that too, yeah.
But 4 of them.
4 different ones. Advertising is like, it was an SUV, so it was like, the up top on the windshield and then 2 more down on the bumper. He had them in all 4 corners.
Can you cleanly say what each one said? Do you remember?
I wish I would have, I was driving, so I couldn't take a picture of it, but...
That's a true eater, right, Josh?
That's a true ass eater.
Yes.
If you advertise it 4 times...
Yeah, you mean it, or you're overcompensating because you don't do it.
Oh, that's a good point.
Possible.
I would not. Got a buddy that's his thing.
So this is, your friend enjoys it?
Loves it.
This is, this guy is the premier salad tosser of the far north metro.
Mm-hmm. And
but then again, he might not be from that area. He was just also like you in that general area.
That's what I was saying off air. I don't want to stereotype, people in Forest Lake as, doing that type of activity all the time. He might have been passing through. He could have been like a Lindstrom guy.
Sure. God, they're
very possible.
Name all the towns up and down 35. He could be from that. But this couldn't have. This is no way. This was a 40-year-old. This must have been like a 19 or 18-year-old.
Because I was curious. Once you see 4 stickers about that sexual act, you kind of want to see who's operating that motor vehicle.
Oh, please tell me it was a chick.
No, it was a dude.
Ah, that's a disappointment.
He looked like late 20s, early 30s.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Because we older guys, we don't have to talk about it. We just do it.
I tried to get my wife to give him like the thumbs up, like, yeah, good for you, man. But she was just mortified by the whole situation.
Did it prompt a conversation? Like, we could maybe throw that in every once in a while.
I mean, this gentleman seems to enjoy it.
Yeah, he's very committed. It must be something alluring about it.
There's a guy who wants to let you know what he's working with or what you're dealing with. He wants to let everyone know, here's what you're dealing with. I am a true eater.
I was also wondering, too, if maybe he lost some sort of bet Or maybe a buddy put those stickers on his car that morning and he didn't just look at the back of his car, because that is a lot of stickers about one specific act. You got to really have some passion and fire behind it.
Isn't that something?
Oh, yeah, maybe it's a fantasy football thing.
Uh-huh. I was thinking that could have been possible, too.
All right, going back to those silent auctions, people are telling me that the jerseys at those aren't real.
Oh!
Dang it. It's been a lot of those. Somebody said that they don't have the number or names on the back. Well, the ones I have do. But, all right. Dang it.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I do know that sometimes the places that sell jerseys, they're not like authentic NFL jerseys where they don't have the actual team logo or the NFL emblem on them. They're just purple jerseys that say Jefferson on the back.
Well, I want my money back. And I actually think that the reason they do that, they have those, is to, because I don't think it benefited charity, but I think it's to buy framing. Have you ever priced that out?
Oh, God, it's expensive.
Yeah, we passed on that. That was more than the jersey. Apparently the fake jersey I got.
I went to go get a jersey framed once, and they quoted me. I said, I'll just do it myself and have it look like crap.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Well, word up to all of you in the North Metro, whether you toss salads or not. One person texted in, Josh, and said, Forest Lake, North Branch, Cambridge, those folks will eat anything.
True eaters.
It's a big, fat-ass Friday broadcast here. What happened, Josh?
I don't know.
Let me take a guess. They're picking on your mother.
Oh, dude, it's been out of control this morning. I was trying to find a way to bring that up. Yeah, there's been a lot. Somebody's... I got to write you something down. You tell me.
You're going to write something down and tell me if we can say it out loud?
What the heck is all over that?
You writing something down? Josh is grabbing a marker. Draw me a quick picture, too, while you're at it. You're such a good artist. Just draw me a quick... It doesn't have to relate to what you're ready. Yeah, we're not saying that.
I mean, it's close, right? It's close.
We can mention a little bit of it. Someone texted in about the spokes.
Yes, they did.
But that's all we're going to...
They combined it with the Skittles phrase, or the Skittles slogan.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
So good.
You are a dynamite crowd. You always are. Thank you for joining us on this Friday broadcast. We got to take a breather. And when we come back, we'll dump the stupid news right off the top of your head, right all over you. The stupid news is headed in your direction next on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey friends, Dana here. And yeah, sure, we got plenty of summer left, but we all know what comes next when the weather shifts from crotch soup season to frozen shriveled peas season. That's why I love my pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. It's the perfect time to get them out and take a peek at both your AC and your furnace. Book your AC tune-up by August 21st and save $45 or save $90 when you bundle both. It's the early bird deal and it's the way to go for peace of mind on both ends. Go to standardheating.com and make sure to mention 93X when you book.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Welcome to NFL Flag.
Are you ready? Yeah! Are you ready? Yeah!
No matter who you are, lace up your cleats, smear on your eye black, step out on the field and chase something. Chase a goal.
Let's get it!
Chase the big time.
Get down, ladies!
Chase rings. Chase gold medals. Chase all of it. It's all up for grabs now. NFL Flag. Chase something. Visit NFLflag.com to find a league and start the chase today.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Oh, what the hell's going on around here? I forgot, Josh. I have a bunch of text messages here. What the hell are we talking about? Oh, yeah, Dana went to Forest Lake. And I was saying earlier, I'm surprised you got in and out of that town without getting tuned up. You're the type of guy that they want to kick your ass in Forest Lake.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a few text messages that came in. Dirty Biker, Jesus says. Tell Dana he's lucky to make it out of there. You want to know why, Josh? I like the way he puts this.
Why?
Dirty Biker Jesus said Dana's lucky he got out of there. He says, we do hella gang stuff in Flake. Hella gang stuff.
Hella gang stuff. Like I said, I would have been more nervous had it not been on private property amongst family and friends.
When you were there, you said you saw a vehicle going this way, going that way, and the vehicle had 4 separate bumper stickers advertising that the driver eats ass.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen anything like that before in my life. Tattooed lowlife Jesus texted in to say he lives in that general area. And he says there's a vehicle up there whose license plate backwards reads butt sex. Is that possible to get away with that in the state of Minnesota?
I thought they were pretty good at figuring that out. I don't know.
If it's backwards, maybe it kind of slipped through the cracks a little bit.
I dated a girl
intended.
who was into that, where we would have everything but sex. But everything else was on the table. First through third base, no home runs.
Different type of butt sex than I was thinking. You and this gal had
There's one T in our butt sex.
Yeah, you had everything but sex. Here, we're talking about butt sex.
Yeah, there's a lot of butt sex in that text.
That's what Tattooed Lowlife Jesus claims. He said there was a vehicle up that away. If you look at the license plate backwards, it reads butt sex. Stoned to the bone, Jesus says there's nobody in Forest Lake that kicks ass. They're all soft as baby turds.
But they
Soft.
do hella gang stuff.
One person says they do hella gang stuff. Another one says they're SAWFT soft. This has nothing to do with ass or Forest Lake. But one of our listeners just texted in to say, good morning.
Hello.
I worked all night. And right now, Cubby, they're crushing Busch Lights and McDonald's breakfast burritos.
Well, that's
good living right there.
And he defines that as a perfect Friday.
That sounds pretty good. I mean, a lot of carbs for my taste, you know. I'd worry about the trans fatty acids and things like that.
That's
but
twice you've brought up this kind of thing this morning. Are you worried about your weight?
It sounds pretty good. Well, let me tell you something. There's a guy I work with. He makes rude comments about my weight pretty much daily.
What?
He's body shaming me.
Who?
I don't want to call anybody out.
Well, what is he, the kind of guy that walks in around 4:30 every morning and says, hey, what's up, lard ass?
Exactly.
Who is this guy?
Exactly. You sound just like him.
That's wrong. All right. God, what a crowd we got out there this morning. We're going to fire up today's report with a sex trend. And I feel stupid even saying that out loud. Sex trend. I've had sex a handful of times, and I can guarantee you this. Never once did I concern myself with how trendy I was coming off.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever thought about it. I mean, I'll be very glad to be a part of whatever's going on, but you're right, I've never cared how popular I was going to become because of I'm on the latest sex trend.
That's silly. Sex trend.
Is there any, like, an act okay, maybe that's a dumb question, because when you're first starting out, you hear about it and think, oh, I'd like to try that. But I can't think of one where I felt, I got to get this going so I'm on par with my buddies.
No. It's silly.
I never really cared about that.
It's silly. We all know there are people who can't help but hop on every little trendy thing imaginable. And apparently, these types of people are even making sure that the kind of sex acts that they involve are in style. Good Lord, what have we become? Sex trend. So anyways.
There's ones I don't want to try.
Is it because you're too fat?
Are you doing another impression of this guy? Because it's uncanny. It's uncanny, and this is all going in my diary. But there's ones like, the butt stuff. Not for me. Might be for somebody else. Pegging, I'll pass. Soaking, don't see the point. So there's a few trends that we hear about every once in a while. Double Dutch rudder.
Oh.
I could get in a long enough drought where I'd give it a shot.
You're right. You just rattled off some sex trends. I didn't think of them that way, but you're right.
I can think of one that it made it look so cool in the movies, and then you try it, you're like, well, this is just not convenient and not having sex in the shower. You know, it makes it look so cool in the movies, and it's a good way to kill yourself.
I'm with you on that one. I thought it was overrated. Same with the hot tub.
Yeah, unless you have one of those big, giant kind of shower, multiple shower heads or something. But I'm just talking your standard tub. No, you're gonna hurt yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. maybe I mistook. You said sex with a shower, correct? Well, because I've never had sex in a shower. All right, gotcha.
You're not having sex in my shower. You'll knock the walls right out of that sumbitch with all your fat. Recently, Josh, I was at a family function, and a younger female relative of mine was standing around with the rest of us, and an older female relative says to the younger gal, well, how much do you weigh? You know, just
really
clueless old lady talk, right? Just an old lady. I don't think she meant any harm. Maybe I'm wrong. You guys tell me. So older female relative says to younger female relative, how much do you weigh now? And the younger gal said, well, about 100 and this and that pounds, right? And the older lady goes, I never would have guessed that you weigh that much. Okay, just silliness.
Yeah, it's that. I was trying to think, like, that'll give you pause.
Yeah.
That's good, I guess. Right?
What's good?
That she didn't think that she weighed that much.
Yes.
Because I actually just the other day, we were talking to C. Willie Miles, and he mentioned his age, and I was shocked because of how young he looked. Yeah. And I immediately afterwards, I thought, oh, maybe that was rude.
You never know how people are going to take certain things.
He's got obviously a great sense of humor, but I did think, I hope he didn't take any offense to that. I was just surprised because he's a young-looking gentleman.
Oh, you should have heard what he said about you in the hallway, Josh.
Dang it. I bet it was pretty biting because he's good.
There's no coming back from what he said, so I'm not even going to repeat it.
So when this older lady asked this younger lady about her weight, and the younger lady gave her an answer, the older lady reacts, oh my goodness, I can't believe you weigh that much. Now, everyone in the room is kind of looking around as if they're thinking, was this an insult? What just happened here, right? Fast forward about 20 minutes, this younger female relative, I was going somewhere. I'm like, I got to go to the hardware store. You know, we're hanging out at this family function, and I was going to the hardware store to get something it doesn't matter, but I was leaving the party for a minute. And this younger female says, you mind if I jump in with you? And I said, well, there's no reason for that. I'll be right back. And she said, is it because I'm too fat?
HVAC/R and Stuff Jesus said his wife is on a sex trend. It's called abstinence.
Oh.
She's trying that one out.
All right, let me tell you about this new sex trend. Word is, this isn't exactly brand new. Although I'd never heard of it, it isn't exactly new. I'm just trying to save some text messages from people texting in saying, well, that's not new. It's been around. It's new to me. It is seeing a boost in popularity again these days, according to the story. It's called hamstering.
Uh-oh. This is so gross.
Had you heard of this before, Josh?
No, not until this article. And because I had Googled it afterwards, just to see if there's anything, a better descriptor or if there's better articles. And then I saw, there's been articles on this since like early 2024. And I'd never heard of it. And actually, when I just saw a headline, I pictured something differently. But when you hear what it is and the title, it's gross.
Hamstering. We're going to find out together what the hell's going on here. They say you'll never look at a car or a hamster in the same way again. So here's the setup. There are 3 things you need to take part in hamstering. You need a car with a sunroof.
Okay.
Got one of those?
You need a pecker.
I mean, technically, it is a penis.
And you need a willing partner. Here's how you get it done, Josh. You, the dude, you lie face down on the top of your car. And you hang your unit down through the sunroof. And then your partner dumps some noggin on you from inside the motor vehicle. They say here, the same way a hamster drinks from its tube. That's awesome. What in Jesus' name is happening around here?
How do you even come up with that?
I don't know.
You know, sometimes people say hurtful things, mostly directed at me. And when we were having our bathroom redone, we've got a mutual friend, the contractor, and I told him, hey, the wife It's a change order, so I know you have to charge me extra, but she signed off on a glory hole. And he told me, so, similar, you're taking your penis and putting it through some sort of structure.
Right.
He said they don't make drywall that thin.
For Christ's sake.
I fired him right on the spot.
Fired. Again, hamstering. The man lays down, face down on the top of his motor vehicle, hangs his dong through the sunroof. His partner is down there in the vehicle. Noggin is delivered from inside the and it's like a hamster drinks from its tube. The story also mentions that it's a good idea if the car is completely stopped and in a safe and private location before you attempt this, or you could be arrested for a number of different reasons.
Gamer chick Shiza said she and her boyfriend couldn't do it because she wouldn't be able to stop laughing. It's so silly. I had heard of, I don't know if I can say it now. There's a table, and then, what you might do to a dairy cow. Can I say that?
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
A milking table? Have you heard of that?
I think I've heard you say it, but I'm lost on what it means.
That one got me the first time I heard it, too. It's like a massage table.
Sure.
But there's a strategically placed hole.
So a guy lays on his face again, hangs his dong through the hole in the massage. That's right.
And then there's a very generous person who assists.
What's wrong with just doing it the regular way?
Well, you got to mix it up once in a while, for Christ's sake. I'm not against glory holes or hamstering or milking tables.
For a while, we didn't have doorknobs. And I realized, oh my gosh, every door in our house is a glory hole.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
But again, they're kind of thick. So it doesn't work for everybody.
It's noted here, this gimmick does require some acrobatic ability from the, quote, thirsty hamster. Because most cars weren't designed for this filth. So consider that before you try hamstering. Whoever's going to be inside the vehicle, they better be pretty limber. Not the easiest thing in the world to do in a motor vehicle. So there you go. The story closes out by saying by the end of this year, 20 and 25, we might have a new winner in the most popular sex position list, if that is a legit list. I wasn't aware of it. Am I on it?
On the list?
Yeah.
You just made the list.
Oh, for Christ's sake. I don't know. I've never seen the most popular sex position list. That might just be a joke. If it is legitimate, I'd like to see it.
I mean, we've read like Cowgirl. Wasn't Cowgirl like the most popular? Or?
Yeah, that's last thing I remember about discussing popular sex positions. I think Cowgirl won again.
Dubbed famous Mises said this is just a weirder version of a milking table. And I'm totally into it.
What if it becomes so popular that car manufacturers start marketing, that their car is, 0 to 60 in this, also hamster friendly, they design it in a way that it's easier for somebody, like you said, Nick, they have to be a little bit limber to make that happen.
Yeah, folks are texting in with the obvious warning. Hopefully nobody leans on that close button, the sunroof close button, because you'll take your dong and your balls smooth off with that. Yeah, be careful with that. There's a lot to be careful with if you're going to try the hamster or hamstering.
So stupid.
Isn't that's just unbelievable?
Saw a drawing of it. Oh, it's just awful.
Oh, you saw a drawing of it?
Yeah.
All right. There's also a conversation in here about something called hot wifing, which is apparently a dude watching his wife get smoked by two bros at one time, skis. Hot wifing. You're sitting there, probably rod in hand, and you're watching two dudes destroy your wife at the same time, worthy. Any comments on that?
Hot wifing, huh?
I thought isn't that just kind of what cucking is?
Well, yeah, but I think once there are multiple men involved ravaging your wife.
Doesn't spit roasting seem like it'd be a better title for something like that?
Maybe that title isn't hip enough or cool sounding enough for the young people, so they've ditched spit roasting and now they call it hot wifing. I don't know, Josh. This is all social media stuff. I don't play that game. But one character here, a dude who likes to watch his pals pile drive his wife. 2 of them at the same time. He said, it's kind of like letting your friend test drive your car. He gets to see how well it rides. He's got to give it back, but it creates a sense of pride. My pals get a little taste of what my life is like. This guy's pretty proud of himself, or his wife, or both.
This text says, I'm into it. That's from Just Cucking Around Jesus. He's okay with this.
Well, that's just a couple ways to do it right there. Hamstering and hot wifing. Hot wifing is described here, Josh. Are you ready for this? I think you'll get a kick out of this. Hot wifing is described here as a, quote, building block of love and trust.
I've always thought watching your loved one get nailed by a couple of strangers was the path to a happy relationship.
Woo-wee.
Well, if anybody tries out hamstering, please on Monday let us know. Let us know how it was. And would you do it again?
Absolutely.
I'd be worried about, denting my vehicle with my glandular issue.
Oh, because you're on top of the vehicle.
Yeah.
You're too heavy for the lid of any vehicle. You come crashing through. There are no survivors. I understand. All right. Going in a completely different direction here now. And people are texting in, hot wifing is just, like Josh said, spit roasting. Hot wifing is just a double cuck. Look, I'm not in charge of all, an Eiffel cuck, others are calling it.
Kebabbing, someone says.
Kebabbing. I'm not in charge of all these slang terms. I'm just telling you what the hip people on social media are saying back and forth. Don't come after me on this. By God, don't do it. I don't think
Back Dimple Jesus wants to know if we'll ask the troopers about hamstering. Sure.
Oh,
yeah. What's the ticket on that?
And she said you can get a ticket for distracted driving if you do that.
You son of a bitch, you.
Distracted driving.
Yeah, I heard it.
You can get a ticket for that, she says. You guys are dicks.
All right, going in a completely different direction. This neighborhood, I think this neighborhood sucks right here. Poor bastard in Houston, Texas. He got shot while he was burying his family's dead guinea pig in their backyard. What the F kind of thing is that to happen to a guy?
Yeah, you'd think he'd be safe enough.
So the dude who got air-holed, he and his younger brother were digging a hole and whatnot for the guinea pig at a little after midnight the other night. Their effing whack-bag neighbor suddenly springs up out of nowheres and started cracking off rounds. Our main dude took a bullet or two in what they call here the torso. Next thing you know, he's off to the hospital, and that's the end of the story. Dude is doing okay in the hospital, not sure what the F got into his neighbor, probably crack rocks.
I'm trying to bury my hamster and I'm in danger?
I don't know.
That's awful.
I just do not know.
I apologize. I had said of hamstering, if anybody tries it over the weekend, let us know on Monday. I thought people needed time. A couple people said, I'll get back to you in 2 minutes.
Ready to go.
Somebody else said, I'm on the job site. In 2 hours, I'll let you know.
I'll get back to you in 2 damn minutes.
I underestimated, folks. I'm sorry. I should have thought twice about that.
That's all right, Cubby. This is all new to us.
Yeah, it is. It's fun. I like learning this kind of stuff.
Oh, there are plenty of uncorked maniacs to go around, especially, where the alligators are, especially there. There's not much to this one either, but the audio is fun. A foxy model lady and her girlfriend and their guy friend, the 3 of them, were staying at a rented apartment in a town called Palm Beach. And like I said, one of them's a super foxy model. The 3 of them wandered around the joint a little bit, taking pictures of the super fox for social media. You know how they do that all the time. But the entire time they got harassed by some entitled lunatic lady who lived in the building. And the lunatic lady kept claiming they were trespassing. And they called my super fox a whore. And the crazy lady called the dude a pimp.
They're going to the room and they're staying in the room and they're not going to whore and pimp her. They're not going to pimp the whore. Cheap whore. They rent their room, not my common elements. Pimp, whore.
You can't be cordial, though?
No.
Why not?
Because you're trespassing.
Just because we are...
Where are you from? Exactly?
St. Louis, Missouri.
You're not from Florida, are you?
Nope.
Exactly. Maybe in Missouri you've been carrying on as you do, but not in Florida. Pimp.
He sounds like a life destroyer.
Pimp, whore.
Doesn't he sound like a life destroyer?
The dude?
The dude.
He is.
Remember that lady reminds me of the life destroyer.
I remember that bit. Sure, we were talking about it the other day. God, I wish we could still play that bit, but it's
that can't work.
It's just too nasty
Can't
for
do that.
today's sensitive.
It's not 2025 appropriate.
Pimp, whore, over and over again. Oh, yeah, and she made a great point there. You might be able to behave like this in Missouri, but not in pristine Florida.
Yeah, nothing weird ever happens in Florida.
No,
We've learned that.
And all they're doing is walking around the halls taking tasteful pictures of this super fox.
And then she follows them to the elevator.
Just going back in the room.
Trespassing.
How are we trespassing if we rented a room?
Trespassing on my homestead property in Florida.
But we rented an Airbnb.
So what?
So how
that
we
gives you
trespassing?
right to your unit and only your unit.
Okay.
And you trespass on my private property, homestead, Missouri, pimp,
So
whore,
I'm a pimp now?
whore, pimp, whore.
Damn, I'm sorry you had a messed up day today, ma'am.
No, I'm sorry,
I hope it gets
girl.
better, and God bless
From
you.
Missouri.
Obviously not.
And stay in your room, whore, pimp.
I'm sorry you had a messed up day. I like that reaction from the dude. They kept their composure. This lady obviously is completely mentally unhinged.
Oh, she definitely looked that way. I mean,
Completely unhinged.
There was nothing behind her eyes. But it's interesting how she's saying, hey, when you're here, you just have access to your room. And that's
Right.
it. But she owns the hallway somehow.
Because she owned it, right. I mean, just whatever. They told this moron lady that they're going back to their room, and she hollered, "You get back into your room, and I'll let you know your rights."
Oh, man.
While you sit here in Florida, whores.
Pimp, whore.
Yeah, it does. Toxic Water Baby Jesus said it sounds like the old lady's playing Duck, Duck, Goose. Well, it's Gray Duck, but yes, it does sound like that.
Come on. Jesus balls. I'll give them all the credit in the world for not just knocking her out. All right.
Yeah, and they, the story mentioned this was all professional, tasteful. She was wearing a suit, the model, so it wasn't like, risque whatsoever.
Foxy, wasn't she?
Very attractive.
Come on now. People are texting in saying, sounds like my wife.
Your wife does hate whores, and she, we have got that charity event at the Wayzata American Legion tonight, roasting out cancer, and she threw a lot of whores out of there, which was good for people who aren't whores because they got a seat.
Yeah.
It's sold out, so those whores had to go.
She did go through all the ticket sales and eliminate some whores. I got a text from a gal earlier who said, look, I'm a whore, but I'm planning on coming to tonight's roasted chicken event at the Wayzata Legion. I bought a ticket. She said, I understand your wife might be at the door. I said, yes. She said, how do I deal with this? I said, just don't make eye contact.
She can tell, can't she?
Don't make eye contact. All right, this year
I'm sorry to interrupt. I was just reminded me the first year we broadcast in Wisconsin there for our casino broadcast. She texted you because she was concerned about the level of horror. She wasn't able to go. And
yeah.
I believe she asked you, quote, are you committing infidelity?
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Because she knows about the whores.
Yes. I got a text message that simply read, are you currently committing infidelity?
You weren't. That was right next to you. I can confirm you weren't.
I'm not going to tell you on the microphone what she said about my upcoming class reunion. I told Josh off air.
Oh, yeah?
Didn't
you
I,
nervous?
Josh?
You did, yes.
No, not nervous. My wife's never nervous. She said something about my upcoming class reunion. I'm not going to tell you live on the radio. I told Josh off air. Maybe I'll tell you. If you pull me aside at the event tonight, maybe I'll tell you the story. She said something about my class reunion.
Pimp, whore.
Oh. All right, I've never heard of this problem. Something called no burp syndrome. And this is the story of a 23-year-old gal. She goes by the name of Isabel. She caught something called no burp syndrome. She first realized something was off with her body when she was 9 or 10 years old. Oh, well, damn, she was just a kid. She got a head cold. She would build up a lot of saliva. She'd make gurgling noises like a toad croak. This all started when she was a kid. It lasted all the way through high school. Now she's a grown woman. Eventually, it got so bad she was making those toad croak noises all the damn time, especially when she kissed a guy, she says. And there's no further explanation on that. I'm going to guess there was maybe something about the position of her mouth or her neck when she was making out with a dode that caused her to croak out loud. I'm guessing one or two of her old boyfriends were a little weirded out by that gimmick.
I think I would be, yeah. I wonder if she gives him a heads up.
So again, it started when she was a little kid. She'd get a lot of head colds. A bunch of spit would build up, and she'd start making noises like a toad. Poor Isabel, or whatever I said her name was, she was also constantly bloated. She had heartburn. She'd go off to the corner and puke her guts out all the time like she was the new guy or something. So anyways, after effing around at the doctor's office once or twice, it was decided that she was 100% unable to burp because a muscle at the top of her esophagus doesn't work. Do you guys know anyone who can burp on command?
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of laughs, nothing but laughs?
Yeah, and it's not like they push it out and it's weak. It sounds like it was legit, just waiting to go.
I can't do that. But F me, this gal.
It's a girl, by the way.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, and she can rock it.
Oh, yeah, my wife can burp louder than anybody I've ever met.
Well, but on command.
I don't know if she can do it on command, but she burps a lot.
I don't like that.
I think it's funny.
Does it cover up all the farts she does?
Again, gal was told by a doctor she just straight up, smooth, can't burp. Now, don't get fresh, but this gal ended up going to see a doctor who specializes in swallowing disorders.
Go on.
And he did this, he did that. Botox. I'll tell you, that Botox swill, it works wonders. Sure. Isabel took a shot of that Botox to her throat. The doctor knew what he was doing. He knew where to stab her. And it loosened up a muscle in there just enough to where she could unload a burp for the very first time in her life. I bet it sounded like the belching contest between Dudley Dawson, otherwise known as Booger, and Frederick Palawoski, otherwise known as Ogre, in the 1984 documentary called Revenge of the Nerds. That first burp.
I can't imagine how much relief that must have been.
The feeling of like you've been missing out on something your whole life.
Why didn't somebody tell me about this?
Why this no burp syndrome happens to people is not fully understood. So I guess keep an eye out for that because you could be next.
Let's see. I have her burp somewhere. Oh, here we go.
Oh, her very first burp?
Yeah.
No kidding.
There's a few. It's not as exciting as...
Well, she doesn't know what she's doing yet.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, why didn't
doesn't know how to do it.
Huh.
Something wrong with your computer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Maybe I can fix it.
I'm not a big burper. I wish I was. You see how badly I struggle with gas problems live on the radio, Josh.
Oh, yeah, you get some trouble sometimes.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if it's like acid reflux.
I don't know what it is, but I drink, Gatorade while I'm sitting here. And
that shouldn't do it, though.
I'm sure our listeners have heard it.
Or maybe there's something there.
I can't even talk. I get so overwhelmed. I wish I could just, like, Josh, I don't know how you get away with it. You drink pop all morning long.
I think I just must be immune to its effects. See, that's pretty decent.
That was her first?
Yeah.
That's pretty friggin' good.
Yeah.
And the video's fun, too, because you see the look on her face. She's kind of like surprised, relieved, like, that was awesome.
That's great audio. I mean, I thought she did great for a first ever in her life.
All right.
That's good.
Joke's on you, those people texting about my mom. Blocked. I am blocking each and every one of you.
What were they saying about your mom on
this? Swallowing and saliva.
For Christ's sake.
Making croaking noises. You people disgust me. Blocked.
You blocked them?
Every single one of them.
I got a buddy who can build up and unleash a burp that will just shake you out of your damn shoes. And I'm proud of him. I am. He doesn't always utilize this special power, because if he did, it would just be obnoxious. He saves it for special occasions. We once walked out of a bar together, he and I, and he stopped and kind of pushed out his chest, and I knew what was coming. Like that. I mean, but 100 times that. There was... I'm telling you, it is similar to that. The best part of it, there was another couple walking in the parking lot next to us, and this pal of mine, his burp caused this lady to jump and scream.
That's amazing.
I think she thought it was a clap of thunder.
That's hilarious.
A grown woman in the parking lot 15, 20 feet away from us went, ah!
His burp was mistaken for an act of God.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Got an update.
Oh,
I can't figure out how to block people, so I guess that threat went nowhere.
You were trying to, you didn't?
Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
And now that you said you don't know how to block people, more people are going to feel like they can just jump right in without punishment.
Our force fields are down.
I'm sorry, Cubby. Look, we got to take a break. We'll check in with the sports here next.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Cortez coming on, and the final out caught. A's victorious here on a Thursday, 8-3 the final. They sweep the Twins.
Oh, no. God, no, Josh. They swept the Twins.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, the Athletics swept the series.
My wife was downtown yesterday for a work thing and was worried, like, oh, no, middle of the day, we're going to have to deal with Twins traffic. And she said it was pretty light.
Yeah.
No issues whatsoever. They looked into the stadium, and it was...
no field trips, no nothing.
Quite barren, unfortunately.
Yeah. I had a buddy at the game. He found himself in the front row pretty easily.
Yeah, they got swept by the Athletics. Hang on to something. On the south side of Chicago, the Twins White Sox this weekend. That's my biggest concern about tonight's Bro Stout Cancer event at the Wayzata American Legion. We're sold out. We have been now for quite a stretch, thanks to our wonderful listening audience. But I'm worried, Josh, we got this sold-out crowd and that Twins White Sox crowd also coming into the bar to watch tonight's ball game.
Man.
Where the hell are we going to put everybody?
We're going to have to stack cars on top of each other, I think.
Oh, and don't forget about the Vikings preseason game crowd, too.
I was
wondering if they're going to show that.
Hoping we wouldn't say that out loud.
Are any starters going to play tonight?
No.
Nobody cares about the Vikings preseason. Speaking of football, though, something I'm looking forward to at 7:30, aside from our visit from Randy Shaver, one of our favorite internet-type people, Drew McGarry from a website called Defector, has cut loose with his Why Your Team Sucks bit again, where he picks apart every team in the NFL. We always enjoy looking into what smart-ass comments he might have for the two most interesting teams around these parts, and that would be the Vikings and the Packers. Today we have, coming up at 7:30, the Green Bay Packers edition of Why Your Team Sucks for the year 20 and 25. And it's pretty mean.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Yep.
I was hoping just to highlight a few things, Josh. I have 3 pages worth here.
I was wondering how you're going to cut that down, because
I almost didn't cut any of it down because it's so good.
He is so clever. He's such a good writer. And so nobody thinks he picks on anybody. I mean, he's a huge Twins fan, and he's absolutely brutal. Sorry, the Vikings. He is brutal to the Vikings.
It ought to be fun, by damn. But for now, don't go anywhere because my life partner, Cubby, will be right back with his news report.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey friends, Dana here. And yeah, sure, we got plenty of summer left, but we all know what comes next when the weather shifts from crotch soup season to frozen shriveled peas season. That's why I love my pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. It's the perfect time to get them out and take a peek at both your AC and your furnace. Book your AC tune-up by August 21st and save $45 or save $90 when you bundle both. It's the early bird deal, and it's the way to go for peace of mind on both ends. Go to standardheating.com and make sure to mention 93X when you book.
Jim Rome takes on sports.
I'm here to give my State of the Union. What do I always say? While they may always be a disappointment, they're not always horrendous. And that's why this season feels different. They just suck.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
We've got lava being flung and slung in every single direction imaginable. It's hard to even know where to start with this tsunami of bullcrap.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
How are they doing?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
We are all wanting this park to be exactly what our name says, a park for all. And right now it's not. It's an unsafe park for a lot of people.
Boy, that could be a lot of different parks, couldn't it, Josh?
Yeah, it can. I lived across from one. I just cracked open a cold one because we drink here on Fridays.
Yeah. Did you just crack a beer?
Yeah. Yeah, as far as you know, I cracked a beer. Yeah, I'm just going to take a sip of this. Oh, God, that's gross. How do people drink this stuff?
It burns if you're not practiced, yeah.
Nobody drink the beer. The beer has gone bad.
So a lady said a park is no longer safe.
Yeah.
That could be any park.
I'm also not safe to drive. I had that first sip.
Oh, boy.
A newly installed fence aimed at hiding nudity in a clothing-optional area at Denny Blaine Park for All in Seattle has been dicked over by vandals. Recently, neighbors raised safety concerns about frequent lewd acts and violence even at Pecker Park. City officials say a fence put up last week was meant to split the park into two areas. One for sluts, where clothing is optional.
My God.
And one, a more boring section for nerds, where clothing is required.
Nude side and a prude side, right, Josh?
Yeah.
What the hell is that? Oh, that's my
Tetris?
computer. Yeah, sorry.
A green tarp was attached to the fence to block views of the nude area, but last Thursday, about 11:30 p.m., a man ripped off the tarp and shoved it in a porta potty. Damaged part of a fence in the process. Some neighbors are so fed up, they're even hard on the color of the modesty tarp, erected to cloak the peni and pubes.
I think the green looks very gaudy and very tacky.
What? Everyone's like, well, yeah, okay, but that, like, the violence and the sex and nudity, that's kind of what we're more upset about.
Suddenly this became an episode of Decorate My Park.
Yeah, nobody can do anything right.
Someone's criticizing the... So wait a minute. Did the naked people tear down the tarp like they don't want to be hidden?
It was some dude.
Random moron.
Yeah, it was a guy. I don't know what his motivation was, but it was just some guy. The group Denny Blaine Park for All has been pushing to close the park, citing nearly daily incidents of public masturbation.
What the hell?
Sex acts and drug use.
Are they hamstering in that park?
They invented hamstering at that park.
This is so interesting. So just a regular average park in Seattle, they do have a designated area for nude people and swingers and whatnot and sex acts.
I don't think they're supposed to be having the sex acts.
Oh.
But, yeah, definitely the
just for
nudes.
But they do allow nudity in one half of the, okay.
Yeah, correct.
And one dude thought it was justified to criticize the tackiness of the tarp that separates.
Do you think maybe the news people didn't tell them exactly why they were there?
Yeah, you might be missing the point, bro, but what an interesting joint that sounds like, Josh.
Police in the UK had to fire one of their own after he was caught on camera rummaging through an arrested woman's drawer and stealing her underwear.
Oh, boy.
Yep, he picked a pair of panties and pocketed them.
Panty raid.
The footage, recorded on the woman's security camera in September, shows the on-duty officer rummaging through her dresser before sliding the pink lacy loot into his back pocket and then leaving the room. The woman released the footage just this past Monday after Sergeant Skidmarks was sentenced to 4 months in the big house, maybe the big flat. This is the UK. The assistant chief didn't hold back, saying the officer let down the public, the police service as a whole, and his former colleagues who act with professionalism and integrity. His criminal behavior damages the reputation of policing and represents a fundamental betrayal of the public and the values for which the police service stands, he said. The woman herself had been arrested on an unrelated matter and later released. She said the experience, however, has left her deeply shaken, and she's been dealing with sleepless nights for about a year.
Sleepless nights.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't
an old,
like...
Dawkins song. Anyway, go ahead.
You could not miss what happened because his butt was right in front of the camera, and you see him slide it in his back pocket.
I've never been one of those types. I've never been one of those guys that wants to get their hands on a pair of drawers, but they're out there.
I had a girlfriend once who they had a community laundry room, and she had her laundry in there and was waiting for her turn. She goes back to it, and all of her underwear were gone.
Oh, yeah.
And she moved pretty quickly.
She
What do you
did?
mean?
Yeah. I mean, would you want to live in a building where some guy just stole all your dirty undies from
When
the
you
lunchroom?
said she moved pretty quickly, I thought you meant she started running.
Oh, no. Yeah, she just moved out of the building.
Well, nobody likes a quitter.
A Milwaukee woman's facing a felony charge after tracking a DoorDash driver to her home and smashing her car with a tire iron over chicken wings. 22-year-old Janiyah Jones used DoorDash's in-app GPS to track the delivery driver, 25-year-old Faith Morris, to her house during a failed food delivery from Friar's Restaurant. Morris said her phone service cut out, and she couldn't complete Jones's order through the app. She went home to connect to Wi-Fi and cancel the order, but Jones wasn't satisfied with her explanation for the missing meal because the Wisconsin woman wanted winging.
She did this over a 10-piece chicken wing. She passed Friar's to come here.
The unhappy customer tracked Morris to her home, believing it was because the order hadn't been canceled before Morris arrived. She began sending threatening messages, including one that read, "So which one's yours?" referencing Morris's home, the complaint said. Moments later, doorbell footage captured Jones approaching Morris's home and vandalizing her vehicle. She used a tire iron to smash the windows and threw a brick at her car, causing $10,000 in damage.
Jesus balls.
Police later obtained a search warrant for DoorDash records, which confirmed Jones was the angry customer. Officers also matched the Ring camera footage to body cam video from a previous crash involving Jones earlier this year. DoorDash condemned that incident, calling the customer's behavior uncalled for, unacceptable, and disturbing.
Wingy, you say?
Yeah, she wanted that wingy. Again, she drove right past the restaurant she'd ordered from to go to this lady's house. A teenager in Maine turned a family visit into a horror movie, starring alongside his grandma, a hatchet, a knife, and the Grim Reaper. 19-year-old Ethan Herbert was arrested Sunday after attacking his grandma with a hatchet while telling her the Grim Reaper ordered him to do it.
Here we go.
When police arrived, they found a 59-year-old woman suffering from severe injuries. According to the report, Herbert had already been banned from the house because of his ongoing fights with his grandfather. But when Grandma tried to intervene Sunday, she was suddenly attacked with both a hatchet and a knife. The grandmother told police that before swinging the weapon, Herbert looked at her and said, "I'm sorry, Grammy, but I have to," then lunged forward, slashing and striking at her arms and head.
This kid's going to be crawling the rubber walls for the rest of his life, isn't he?
Yeah, he could use talking to and some medication, I'd imagine. The blows left her with devastating injuries, including trauma so severe that part of her skull had to be removed.
No, it didn't.
When questioned by investigators, he didn't plead innocence. He pled otherworldly interference, admitting he'd been hearing demons whispering in his ear, urging him to just do it, kill her, put her out of her misery, quote unquote.
Not good.
He also claimed the Grim Reaper himself had commanded him to carry out that attack.
So he killed his grandma?
No, she survived. Well, last check, so hopefully she's still kicking, but...
I don't know anybody who's killed their grandma.
This guy's not going to get a $5 bill on his birthday card.
Yeah, no butterscotch ever.
Do you know anybody who's killed their grandma?
No.
Me neither.
Thankfully, no. A couple of highlights from this week's notable new releases post on 93x.com come from two veteran rock bands putting out major new albums. One of those is Deftones, who return with their 10th studio album, Private Music. And 3 Days Grace mark a milestone with their new release, Alienation. Follow the 93X notable new releases playlist on Spotify. Here's what's new in theaters and on streaming this week.
All right.
Hey Don't, written and directed by Ethan Cohen, talented gentleman there.
Hey Don't?
Hey Don't. Oh, I'm sorry, Honey Don't. Sorry about that. The dark comedy stars Chris Evans, Aubrey Plaza, and Charlie Day and follows Honey O'Donoghue, a small-town private investigator who finds herself caught up in a string of strange deaths tied to a mysterious church. From Private Eyes to Power Players, Relay, starring Sam Worthington and Lily James, is now in theaters. The thriller follows a broker of secret payoffs between corrupt corporations and their enemies. But when a desperate new client comes to him for protection, he's forced to break out his own rules and stay alive. Divorce was just the start in Splitsville. Dakota Johnson leads the sharp romantic comedy, where after a woman asks for a divorce, her husband leans on his friends for support, only to discover their secret to happiness is an open marriage. Based on a true story and directed by Ron Howard, Eden is now in theaters. a survival thriller about three groups of outsiders who settle on a remote island in 1929, only to discover their greatest threat is each other. And the battle for Earth continues with Invasion, which returns for its third season on Apple TV+. Earth faces an alien threat that could wipe out humanity in a story that unfolds in real time through the eyes of 5 ordinary people across the globe.
Boy, that sounds like bad acting.
I watched the first season, thought it was okay, and I didn't get much past that.
Oh.
We got more time than I thought, so I'll throw in a couple more stories. 37-year-old 715er was arrested after being clocked at nearly 100 miles per hour while marinating in Old Milwaukee. Just before 1 a.m., police played a quick round of Snare the Scotty and pulled him over. When they did, an officer got a nose full of Eau-de booze, and the driver admitted they'd been drinking earlier that night. Then things got worse for the guy when police learned his license had been revoked thanks to 2 prior OWIs, which in Wisconsin they say is a record low. When asked to take a field sobriety test, he declined. When asked to give a blood sample, he also declined. Unimpressed, officers brought him to the ER where a judge signed a warrant for a blood draw. He tried to argue his way out of it, which mostly resulted in more backup being called after he drunkenly threatened to drunkenly fight. Eventually, the warrant won, and he had his blood drawn anyway. Following that, perhaps a bit delusional about how things work in those situations, he kept insisting the officers skip the paperwork and drive him home.
Guy only had 1 prior D-dub, huh?
2. Yeah, he
had 2 prior D-dubs. He considers himself a Wisconsinite?
Maybe he's new to the area?
Silly.
Yeah, it's going to piss some Wisconsin folks off.
Must be an Iowegian who recently moved.
A man suffering an allergic reaction after being stung by a bee while driving in Elk River led to a crash about 5:45 p.m. August 8th. The 49-year-old driver told officers he was traveling with his windows down when a rogue bee turned his evening drive into a sting operation, and that little winged a-hole flew in and stung him.
Yeah, it just happened to me recently.
Oh,
I'm not allergic, though.
Did you tell us about that, or maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was being trashy. He had his windows down.
Yeah, had all the windows down, got criticized for that. Bee came in, stung my
Oh,
head.
that's what brought that up. Okay.
Yeah.
He was aware of his allergy. Moments later, he failed to notice, however, that a truck was in front of him. That truck had stopped. It caused his vehicle to rear-end it.
Well, that sucks.
When the driver was stung, he didn't see the truck in front of him stop, and he rear-ended the back end of the truck, Elk River police said. No one was hurt in that collision, but the man was taken by ambulance to Mercy for treatment of his allergic reaction. Yeah, it can be bad.
That'll kill a guy.
Yeah, I got a uncle that's allergic, and he's a pretty tough dude, but when there's a bee around, he runs like a little kid.
You see, that's what he should do. But what I've always found so strange about one of my pals is allergic to bees, but he never shows any fear of them. The rest of us will be running. He just sits there. And I don't know why. I would be...
Is it pride?
Good question. I don't know. I'd be off and running. But I think maybe he just told himself years ago, just don't react at all. And maybe he thinks that's his best defense.
It's day 2 at the Minnesota State Fair, Fire Prevention Day. All around the fairgrounds, you'll find activities and safety demonstrations. At Dan Patch Park, you can see mock car crashes at 12:30 and 3:30 and take part in a quiz show at 12:30 and 4.
No, what are we being quizzed on?
I think just fire prevention stuff.
I'd suck at that.
As a matter of fact, I'm positive that's what it is because it said in the description, firefighters are ineligible.
Oh.
They'd have a distinct advantage. Later tonight, Meghan Trainor takes the stage at the grandstand. Be sure to stop by the 93X booth. We've got brand new merchandise for sale, tickets to the 93X family reunion with Evanescence to give away, and tomorrow, the 93X Morning Show will be hanging out from 2 to 4. Plus, you can catch Pablo broadcasting live from 2 to 7 every weekday and JP on the weekends. For the full broadcast schedule, head to 93x.com. Good luck to Alex. His B-hole has a camera shoot this morning.
Yeah. Grand opening.
Yep. His wife, Allison, let us know that she's going to be at the fair today while he's getting his colonoscopy, picking up some of his favorite foods to come home to. What a nice lady. I thought that was pretty great.
Yeah, that is awesome.
And as we mentioned, every time the topic comes up, if you're due or it's time for you to get one, just go do it. Nick and I both feared it. We dreaded it, and it was nowhere near as bad as we thought.
It ain't no thing but a what, Josh?
Chicken wing.
From where?
Burger King.
What's it hanging from?
A string?
That's right. Hey, by the way, 2 listeners texted in to tell us that bees can smell fear.
I've heard that before. I was wondering if that was true or not.
Well, that's why those peckerheads never leave me alone. Mosquitoes never come anywhere near me. Bees, always on my ass. I think because I've learned now they can smell the fear.
Oh, that reminds me. Nick and I were talking about something off air the other day. On Monday, I was my son's football team had a bunch of scrimmages. We're in Farmington, and I'm talking to a bunch of dads. And all of a sudden, I get bit by something on my ankle, and it felt like electricity, like I was being shot. I've never experienced that before. It's this big, chunky thing, and it was everything I could do in my power not to scream like a little kid. I was trying to look like a tough guy.
You wanted to scream, you didn't do it because there were real men around.
There were.
You were probably already intimidated by the other dads.
Oh, I was very nervous.
Was it a dung beetle?
I don't know. I wiped it off as fast as I could, but what is? I mean, honestly, and you mentioned you've had a similar experience.
It
felt like an electric shock.
It might have been a ground bee.
Oh, maybe it was.
From a ground nest. They do that,
Yeah, I didn't appreciate it. So if he's listening this morning, screw you, buddy. Original handyman Jesus and Vikings fan Jesus want to wish Nick and Lauren a wonderful life together. They're getting married today. Congratulations. Shout out to the total studs at Innovative Irrigation. Happy 34th to Big Josh Squared from his old man, just another garbage man, Jesus. Happy birthday to you, Nathan. And happy 13th to Mark on Sunday from Mom, vertically challenged Jesus. That's 93X News.
Coming next, we'll talk some sports with Randy Shaver.
Randy Shaver.
You're a creep. What are you doing? What happened to you?
On the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Or was the feeling from the guys in there a good one, a positive one after you talked?
No.
Did you get a good sense from them?
Why wouldn't you?
Well, I'm just asking.
Negative?
I'm just asking.
No. That's kind of a dumb question, but yeah, there's great sense. The guys are in great spirits. They're in line to break a franchise record for wins. Why wouldn't they be in a great frame of mind? You think that this is going to? Think they're not professional players, and you think that would make them think they're not a good team?
No, I don't think that at all.
Yes, my friends. Yes, Randy Shaver is here. Hello, Randy.
Who was that getting fried?
Brewers manager Pat Murphy snapped at a reporter. Whatever, relax and eat a pocket pancake, you salty old bastard. What is it with you old people, Randy?
What was he upset about?
A reporter asked him about a team meeting that the Brewers held recently after losing 3 in a row, okay? And the reporter said, the reporter asked Pat Murphy, do you think the clubhouse is still a positive place after dropping 3 state...
Yeah. That reminds me of 1987 and Tom Kelly in Chicago in September.
Yeah.
When the Twins were kind of wavering a little bit, and I think they had lost like 3 in a row or something like that. And all the media came in on a deadline to get some comments before the 10 o'clock news and newspaper deadlines or whatever. And nobody was talking. Everybody just avoided us. And so then we all end up in Tom Kelly's office, and he looks up and goes, "What are you all doing in here?" And I think one of us said, well, the players aren't talking or something along those lines. Oh, my God. He got up, left his office. This is at Comiskey Park. Left his office, went into the clubhouse and yelled at those guys and said, what are you guys doing? We've lost 3 games in a row before or whatever. It's not a big deal. Talk to these guys. And then walked out. Of course, that made it absolutely worse.
Yeah,
it did.
For the rest of us.
The boys have now been chewed out.
Yeah.
In front of you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But the point was that, take a deep breath. It's not a big deal. And of course, as we all know, the end of that story, they were just fine and won the World Series. So.
Yeah, Brewers skipper Pat Murphy had a little bit of a meltdown. I mean, nothing that's going to be on an all-time reel or anything like that. He just told the reporter he thought it was a stupid question.
Yeah. You know what, though? It may be one of those things where he and that reporter don't have a great relationship anyway.
Right.
And so anything that guy asks probably gets under his skin, so that may be part of it, too.
Yeah, that's probably a part of it, Randy Shaver. Big night tonight, Randy Shaver.
Yeah.
We got a big night tonight ahead of us.
I'm going to have my fingers all over the chicken.
Don't put on some gloves before you touch the chicken, Randy.
What?
No, he's the guest of honor. He doesn't need to do that.
Oh, I'm going to be working behind the counter.
Guest of honor gets to finger the bird?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes.
Every Thanksgiving, that's how it is at the Pitney household.
Yes.
Tonight is our big Broast Out Cancer event at the Wayzata American Legion. We want to thank everybody ahead of time. I mean, by God, it's sold out. We sold the sumbitch out. This is our first time trying something like this, and we sold it out. That's a big thanks to the brother and the sisterhood for making us look good again. But just a few little notes here for folks who have bought a ticket and are attending tonight's event. That parking lot's going to fill up fast, so be ready to improvise. You can go a little west of the bar and find some streets to park on. You're all grown folks. You'll figure it out. But the parking lot is likely to fill up fast.
Oh, maybe I could valet. You know, we're trying to figure out what my job could be. Could I be a valet?
Oh, wait,
that requires running and stuff.
Yeah, we have thought about doing that before for big events.
I'll bring a scooter.
Get like teenage kids. Whatever you think is best, Josh. You're still a pretty agile feller for your age. We got door prizes. You know, other than sitting down and enjoying a wonderful broasted chicken meal that we're known for over there at the Wayzata Legion, we got door prizes available. There will be a silent auction. There'll be a 50-50 drawing. Lots of ways to get involved tonight at the Broast Out Chicken event. We got a DJ spinning tunes while you dine.
Yeah, but does he have a clever name?
My bro, DJ Roger That.
Okay, he does have a clever name.
Will be spinning tunes during the event. I hope I'm not too greasy once I get out amongst the people and we start giving things away, but I will be in that kitchen starting about 2 o'clock this afternoon, broasting up the chicken. So we're looking forward to seeing everybody tonight. Cubby going to be there. Dana will be there. Dr. P, Dr. Andrea, Janelle Klein, of course, Randy Dam Shaver.
And just a reminder, it's from 5:30 to 8, and you have a select time, correct?
Yep. If you bought a ticket,
Yep.
you bought a ticket, you know what time you're eating. We'll be moving, the early eaters will fill up. We'll get them the hell out of the way. Then the late eaters. Then we close out, of course, Josh, with who?
The true eaters.
The true eaters.
Now, isn't there a rule? I thought there was a new rule that just came into play this morning after you get done eating.
After you get done eating?
Yeah, as far as the city of Wayzata would request this because of the eliteness of that city.
Being a lifelong Wayzata resident, Josh is right. There is a new rule that we created earlier this morning. Being a lifelong Wayzata resident, we're used to a certain element in that town. So if you are not from Wayzata city limits, when you are done eating, you need to leave.
Usually they require you to bring a bank statement even to get in, but they're waiving that this year.
We're not playing games with you outsiders.
Do I need like a letter of recommendation from a current Wayzata citizen to get in the door?
Dana, at 8 o'clock, you leave. So, big event tonight. NHL Hall of Famer Calvin Portner will be in attendance eating dinner tonight. So, we want to thank everyone again.
Yeah, awesome.
It's been a lot of work getting it all ready. My wife has worked her ass off. Specifically, Randy Shaver's wife works her ass off to get it all organized. I got my fingers crossed that everything will be A-OK. Everything will go smoothly and A-OK. Everyone has a good time. Yes, Dana.
Here's an example of how serious your wife is taking this and how hard she worked. The other day, I decided, it was before it was sold out. I said, I'll post something on my personal Facebook account. Give it that Wessel boost, that's everybody knows all about.
Oh, my God.
And I made a post. I uploaded the graphic. I gave the details, and I hit submit. And by the time my hand was off the button of hitting submit, ding, my phone rings. My phone beeps. It's your wife. She goes, I promise I'm not stalking you. I just happened to refresh my Facebook feed. Could you add a link to buying the tickets? I think you forgot to add a link. I go, oh, yeah, I did forget to add a link. You're right. That's how on top of it she is.
She doesn't miss any details, Cubby.
No, as a matter of fact, she had told me when she sent out an email, she said, if there's a typo in there, I don't want to know about it. And there's no way she'd ever make one of those.
So, Nick, I have a question.
Yes, Randy Shaver.
Since I've never done this before, and I'm going to be part of the serving line, is there a 3-second rule on roasted chicken?
You'll be up on the line. Cubby going to be there. Dana will be serving. Is there a 3-second rule? Hell, it's a special occasion. Make it 5 or 6 seconds.
Okay, just want to know.
It's all about raising money that stays here in this community, right, Randy Shaver?
That's correct.
For Randy Shavers.
All the money that we raise, whether it's this event or Tackle Cancer or our big golf event, all the money stays in Minnesota, supporting Minnesota's cancer community through research and patient aid projects. And we're hoping that by January, we'll be allocating about $1.2 to $1.3 million to all that. So
that is awesome.
It's absolutely wonderful. We're all so happy, not only 93X, but the Wayzata Legion. We're also happy to be putting on a gig like this, and it's all about, raising as much money as we can and having a few laughs. So tonight's the night.
Are the regulars going to get grumpy that people like me are going to be there?
You had to pay $20 to get in, Dana. The regulars aren't going to be there.
Okay. That's a good point.
The regulars are pissed. I'm kidding. There'll be plenty of... They'll side-eye you a little bit, Dana.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They'll side-eye the hell out of you.
Me specifically.
All right. What else is going on? Randy, I think I covered everything concerning tonight.
Yes.
Janelle Klein is going to be kind of the MC when it comes to prizes and things like that. Just nothing but fun. Let's start off, Randy Shaver, with maybe a little, as Dennis Green used to say, a little history. How about some sports history now? 18 years ago. 18 years ago in 2007, the Texas Rangers beat the Baltimore Orioles 30-3 in a Major League Baseball game. That was the most runs scored by any team in modern Major League Baseball history. 30-3. I think I remember that. I think I do. Not sure. And one more. This is tough. But let's see where you can go with this.
I just looked that game up, by the way.
The 30-3 ball.
Texas had 29 hits in that game. And Baltimore had 9, and 3 of them from Brian Roberts. So, I mean, every Texas player that started that game had at least 2 hits, and a couple of guys had 4 or more hits in that game.
Does the box score happen to have the time of game?
Let's see.
Good
bet
question.
that one took a while.
Good question.
Yeah.
They always track the time.
Yeah, I don't see it on here.
Got to be near 4 hours. I would guess 4 hours.
You know what? No. 3 hours and 21 minutes.
That's surprising.
Yes.
Randy Shaver, here's a little trivia question for you. It's tough, I got to admit, but can you think who might have been the first American athlete to earn $1 million in his lifetime? So if we're talking about, $1 million is chump change nowadays, so we're obviously talking about a long time ago. The first ever American athlete to earn $1 million in his lifetime, not a $1 million contract, but in his lifetime.
Oh, that's hard to figure out, I would think. I do know that Chip Lohmiller was the first $1 million kicker in the NFL.
Okay. This is
former Gother. But, yeah, you're talking about cumulative over your lifetime.
Yeah, so this goes way, way back. I'll give you a hint. The sport, bare-knuckle boxing. Do you remember the one guy's name that always comes up when anyone brings up the old days of bare-knuckle boxing? This surprised me how long ago it was.
You'll have to.
In 1882.
Okay, I wasn't around then.
Well, but everyone knows this guy's name. In 1882, John L. Sullivan officially earned $1 million in his lifetime.
Yeah.
I bet you that guy, I mean, what were people walking around with in their pockets in 1882? About 5 cents?
Right.
This guy had $1 million.
Yeah. All of that through fighting?
Yeah, bare knuckle boxing.
Wow.
Athletics swept the Twins. They whooped the Twins' ass yesterday by an 8-3 final.
Yeah.
Twins have lost 6 of 7 games at home over the past week.
Yeah, it's not been good.
No.
I mean, we talked about this Athletics team the other day, and again, I'll emphasize again, they've got good pieces on that club. They've got some players that,
yeah, they're getting there.
Once they move into the new stadium in Vegas in about 3 years, some of these guys will still be on the roster, and they're going to be a decent ball team. But the Twins pitching, here's the thing, Nick, they've got to, and I know I've heard the rumblings that Taj Bradley's going to be called up and Mick Abel's going to be called up. Jose Urena, come on, let's go, move on.
Send him to his 7th team this baseball season.
Get the young guys up here and let them pitch.
I'm cool with that.
And the season's over. Let's just see what we've got down in St. Paul right now and move on from these tired veterans that just, aren't helping the cause.
I'm fine with that. Hang on to something on the south side of Chicago. It's Twins-White Sox this weekend.
I wonder what the attendance will be.
It's not going to be good.
The total attendance.
Okay. You want to try to guess?
Yeah.
And we can check our arithmetic on Monday?
3-game series?
3-game series.
Okay. Total attendance at the White Sox game versus the Twins. I'm going to say probably 15,000 a night. So I'm going to say 45,000 total for 3 nights.
I can't argue with that.
I think that's high too, by the way.
I wish they would release the actual attendance, how many people walk through the gate rather than tickets sold, because that always gooses it a little bit.
Right.
45,000 sounds fair to me. There's no way that I could. Let's just call that our collective guess then.
Okay.
We're going to guess.
The over-under is set at 45.
You got it. All right, we got to get into a completely different mindset here now, Randy Shaver. One of our favorite internet isn't a thing, is it, Josh?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
One of our favorite internet type of people, Drew McGarry.
Yeah.
From a website called...
It's that time of year, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Drew's from a website called Defector. He's cut loose with his Why Your Team Sucks bit again, where he picks apart every team in the National Football League. We always enjoy looking into what kind of comments he might have for the 2 most interesting teams around these parts, at least, the Vikings and the Packers. Do you want to hear, Josh, what he has to say about the Green Bay Packers?
I love everything he has to say.
I have a couple of highlights for you. More than a couple of highlights. And now, again, if you're new to this bit, this is designed to be as mean as possible and really get under the skin of fan bases. So this is what Drew McGarry has to say about the 20 and 25 Green Bay Packers. He starts out by saying, frauds. Effing frauds. Frauds on the field, frauds on the sideline, frauds in the front office. Literal fraud owners. Fraudity, frauds. Here they are, the Green Bay Packers. Football's plush toy. Going back to their 20 and 24 record, an utterly fraudulent 11-6. Who pretended their coach was the second coming of Bill Walsh? You guys did. Who beat only one playoff team all season long? You. Who went 1-5 in the division? You again. Who needs a medevac crew to help them wipe their own ass? You. Sam Darnold threw for 377 yards on your fraud-ass defense. I hate Matt LaFleur. Frenchie. I hate that he looks like every Coach K-era point guard.
That's good.
Jordan Love sucks. He throws interceptions that would make even Jameis Winston cringe. He's an idiot. I know a B-list quarterback when I see one. And any of you wish pride guzzling keg effers who think different, I also have a certificate of team ownership to sell you, effing chumps.
All spoken like a true Vikings fan.
Nice try to get the tush push banned, dorks. It's over. There's a reason every player leaves Green Bay unhappy. It's because they hated playing there. Rodgers hated playing there. Aaron Jones hated playing there. Davante Adams really hated playing there. Every Packer with a brain in their head hates playing for LaFleur. They hate the front office. You're not a serious NHL, pardon me, that doesn't make any sense. You're not a serious NFL franchise. You're a museum gift shop. You're a tchotchke of a team. And guess what? You're also the least promising team in your own division right now.
That's true.
This is where the fairy tale ends for you. No more lengthy reigns atop the division. No more Super Bowls. No more John Madden crying in ecstasy because he spotted one of your players with dirt on his pants. John Madden is dead, as is your relevance.
Oh, my God.
Just like the Stillers, you're a five and dime run by people who don't know what the F they're doing. I'd tell you to rot in hell, but you're already there.
Oh, jeez.
F you, F your quarterback, F your coach, and F anyone who says nice things about your franchise with a 100 gigaton hollow point nuclear warhead.
Jeez.
That's Drew McGarry, Why Your Team Sucks 2025, the Green Bay Packers edition.
So I'm checking texts here, and there's a few people from Wisconsin who may not know the bit. They're, ripping on the Vikings. Drew is a huge Vikings fan. He's a Minnesotan. He's from here. I don't know if he lives here anymore. He goes after the Vikings, too. So it's not – there's equal treatment. I can't wait for it. The Vikings one is usually one of the last ones he does.
Oh, hell, he'll tee off on the Vikings soon enough, and we'll cover that, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oversensitive Wisco types.
That's our favorite. I think he's probably the meanest to the Vikings because of how much he likes.
He is. He goes, I love the Vikings, but nobody hates the Vikings as much as I do as well.
That one will be good.
We'll get to the Vikings. Don't you worry about that. Were you referring to this text right here, Josh? Interesting, considering the Vikings went to 4 Super Bowls and couldn't win any of them. Yeah, dude, get a new bit.
Yeah, we got quite a few saying something similar to that.
Come at us with a different angle, for Christ's sake. And I'm not even a Vikings fan, but I'm saying you got to come up with something better than that.
Oh, that's their crutch. That's their go-to every single time.
Super Bowls. How many Super Bowls? And it goes both ways, too. I mean, I remember back when I used to be a Vikings fan, and I'd go to a lot of home games. My dad and I had season tickets, and I would always go to the game where the Packers played in town, of course, because it would be such a gangbang. And I'd sit amongst Vikings fans, and a Green Bay guy would walk by, and they'd say, hey, go back home and get some cheese.
Yeah, the Super Bowl burns better.
You should go because you got cheese. You should go. And I'd say, sit down if you have nothing better than that. You're embarrassing the rest of us. Go get some cheese. So, everybody, relax. It's fun in games. By the way, the Vikings traded nose tackle Harrison Phillips to the New York Jets, so we missed that a couple days ago. Does that bum anybody out? He's a pretty popular character in town.
Very popular.
Yeah, but they've got a ton of depth at that position. It's probably the deepest position on the football team, and they got young guys at that D tackle spot. I have a feeling that they made this deal. They got a couple of 6th-round picks in return to set themselves up to maybe make a deal for a receiver. We'll have to see, but I think that was one of the reasoning is A, they've got depth and they've got young guys they need to play, and B, get some equity in return to maybe use on a receiver.
I'll tell you what, that's not right.
I got my wife pretty good on that. She loves the Vikings. Her favorite player of all time is Harrison Smith. And I said, you see the news? The Vikings just traded Harrison. And she gasped. I'm like, Harrison Phillips.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, thank God.
That would suck for your sex life. You just got to turn on the Vikings game, and she's ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
They play a practice game tonight in Nashville, Tennessee, Randy Shaver.
Yeah. It's the last one. You won't see any starters playing tonight.
Oh, this is it?
Yeah, this is the last one.
Oh, they only play 3 of them, huh?
Yep.
Then they got next week off.
F me running.
Well, not really off, but they don't play a game.
F me running sideways. ESPN upped and ranked all 32 NFL teams by watchability as we approach the season. They always do this. They rank all the teams by watchability. They ranked them by looking into the following: big plays, the potential for big plays, close games. They want to see some close games, so that factored in, star players, and then finally cool stuff, and that could be good or bad. A little bit of silliness and controversy thrown in there might help your ranking. From 10 to 1 on watchability, 10 Green Bay Packers. 9 Las Vegas Raiders, 8 Jacksonville Jaguars, or as Dana calls them, the Jaguars. 7 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 6 Atlanta Falcons, 5 my Philadelphia Eagles, 4 Cincinnati, 3 Detroit. As long as Big Nuts is coaching over there, something interesting is going to happen in Detroit.
For sure.
2 Baltimore Ravens, number 1. One of my other favorite ball clubs, the Washington Commodores.
Mm-hmm. And they've got a lot of interesting storylines right now with the running back situation and basically moving on from Brian Robinson. McLaurin has been a holdout in camp and might soon be traded. They picked up Deebo Samuel in the offseason.
Deebo.
Jaden Daniels is coming off his incredible rookie season. There's a lot of optimism, yet there's a lot of interest in what's happening in Washington right now.
The Minnesota Vikings were ranked 12th in watchability.
Yeah, I would say that's about right because, again, there's good storylines for the Vikings, too.
Here's what they say about the Vikings.
Especially McCarthy.
The Vikings will be extremely watchable early on, as we'll find, or I'll get there. The Vikings will be extremely watchable early on, as we'll all want to find out what they have in totally unproven and injury-prone quarterback J.J. McCarthy. Will they be an explosive passing team like they were with Sam Darnold last season? If McCarthy is just not good at all, then Minnesota becomes painful to watch, and the channel changes. The bottom 5 would be the Arizona Cardinals, the Seattle Seahawks, the Kansas City Chiefs, New Orleans Saints, and Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
To those 5, the author just simply said, no thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with the Vikings assessment. I think the first couple of games, and of course they open up on Monday night in Chicago, and just to see how, really how they respond to adversity. If they fall behind in that game, what does that look like for J.J. McCarthy? Can he open up that passing game a little bit? That's not what he did at Michigan. There's a lot of questions.
Here we go. This will become a big pain in the ass this football season. That's my prediction. Not that I'm going out on a limb or anything. This will become a big pain in the ass, and it'll cost someone a ball game, and fans will be wetting their pants. The NFL and their on-field officials will be cracking down on poor sportsmanship this upcoming season. Poor sportsmanship. Bits such as standing over your opponent after you knock them on their ass is more likely to be flagged moving forward.
Yeah.
NFL Executive Vice President Troy Vincent went ahead and said there's no place in the game to be standing over your opponent. There's no place in the game to have violent gestures. That's not football.
Yeah, they're just asking for trouble here.
I guess I would say they already penalize people that do that. So I don't know how much more.
Well, we'll find out.
Maybe they won't be quite as lenient, but I would say that they're not very lenient on that anyway.
And is this going to be one of those things where they enforce it like crazy weeks 1 through 3, then just kind of forget about it?
Yep.
Usually that's how it plays out. NFL fans have already been crying up and down on social media about this, and I understand where they're coming from. They say that the league is already way too harsh on player celebrations, and the collective fear is that this new directive will only lead to more SAWFT, soft, sissy-ass, bitch-made penalties. That's what the fans are saying.
Yeah, but the players, it's up to the players to adapt to what the officiating rules are too. So if they want to penalize their team by being stupid in that regard, that's going to bite them. That's not on the officials. That's on the players.
I don't know. I go back and forth on this. Sometimes I think the dancing irritates me more.
I agree.
Than any of that standing over your opponent. But, I mean, that feels so good.
And in the moment, too, it's tough to control yourself.
Yeah. Right.
Especially the game as violent as football.
I would say that dancing it bugs me a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's like a third and it's like the first quarter and it's first down and 8 and you make a 5-yard loss and you're celebrating. It's like, come on.
But even when a guy scores a touchdown, everyone has to have their signature dance.
Right.
And the number one thing for me lately is when you get a turnover, you have to all collectively run to the end zone. I'm so done with that bit. I know some of it is creative and funny, but enough. Yeah, we get it. You guys practiced a funny dance. That bothers me way more than a guy, especially when a guy really unloads on another player. And, you know, these days, that's almost not allowed, to really knock a guy on his ass like you dream about when you grow up playing football. And you're not allowed to stand over that sumbitch and say, suck on that, punk. I think that feels so good. It's hard hard to resist.
Yep. Agree.
So there you effing go.
I don't hear Josh piping up about this, so I think that he is like disagreeing with all that.
Talk to us, Cubby.
No, you guys had it. I totally agree. I mean, and this is coming from a guy who's been on the opposite end of the taunting his whole life. I've looked up at guys that have stood over me, intimidated me, told me to suck it, do all these kind of things. And no, it does seem a little silly. I would say the only thing I was thinking is, and maybe you guys will agree or disagree here, but I guess that's the only two options. But when somebody does one of those celebratory, they're bragging about something that you're supposed to do, a tackle that really wasn't an incredible tackle, or, everybody tackles somebody, or something like that. Like a sack is different, but if it's just kind of a normal part of the play,
it's just,
yeah.
In my opinion, so many players, too many players are motivated by things that didn't exist 35, 40 years ago. So many of them are motivated to be the next YouTube meme, to have their dance included in a video game. They're motivated by weird things now.
Right.
Big bearded Jarrett says, instead of standing over him, they should just lay down next to him and whisper to him.
That's good.
No, that would be great.
Excuse me, but did you feel that?
Yeah, I kicked your ass on live television.
Here's something for you fishermen. Last time we brought up fishing on this show, it turned into a disaster.
And I was shocked.
It turned into, did you follow this, Randy Shaver?
I did not, no.
We talked fishing a couple weeks ago on this show.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, I think the fight was started by a bass fisherman. A bass fisherman texted in and said that walleye fishermen were bitches.
Oh, boy.
And then a walleye fisherman texted in and said, bass fishermen are a bunch of, look at my fancy boat, sissy ass, this and that.
And we both grew up here. I'm 50 years old, although I could play 28 if I was ever in a movie. And I had no idea there was such a rivalry. And then other fishermen were checking in, saying everybody's a puss and all this kind of stuff. That was fun.
Fishermen went after other fishermen. And then next thing you know, we had hunters going after hunters and fishermen back and forth. And then it was jet skiers versus wakeboarders. And at any rate, the only rivalry I was ever made aware of, if you want to call it a rivalry, when I was a kid growing up fishing with my dad. My dad and his buddies, they hated Iowegians. When we were fishing up in Canada...
Was it legit or just ball busting?
No, it was legit.
Oh, it was.
They hated Iowegians. When we were fishing up in Canada, staying at a big resort, everyone milling around, drinking at the bar, if my dad and his buddies encountered some Iowegians who made a trip to that Canadian resort, they'd say, oh, here we go. Friggin' Iowegians.
Did they use the idiots out walking around thing?
No, they called them Iowegians.
Oh, okay.
And I remember once, their theory was, Randy Shaver, that you Iowegians, keep those little friggin' hammer handle walleyes instead of letting them pigs grow up a little bit.
Oh, sure.
That was what my dad and his buddies, look at those Iowegians in the cleaning house, keeping those little cigars.
Keep in mind, we don't have many lakes in Iowa. So if we come up fishing in Minnesota, we probably want to leave with something.
I get it.
Yep.
And one night it all came to a head, actually. My dad's buddy, Harry, both of them are gone now, my dad and Harry. Harry was the one who was most vocal about it. He'd come back to the cabin and say, I just walked by that friggin' cleaning house. There's 6-8 Iowegians in there cleaning cigars. And one night, Harry had a little too much brown water.
Yeah.
He kicked in the door of that cleaning house and he said, what the hell's the matter with you friggin' Iowegians? Look at the size of that walleye. Throw that sumbitch back next time. I thought there was going to be a fist fight. Here's our latest fishing conversation. Something or another happening on dating apps in Oregon. And I know what you're saying. What the hell do dating... just be patient. A dating app user by the name of something. He goes on TikTok. He has a massive following on TikTok because he catfishes other guys to learn about their hot fishing spots. And again, catfishing is what, Josh? Because I'm not even sure. You kind of portray yourself to be someone that you're not.
It's funny. You said catfishing in a fishing conversation, and I was thinking actual catfishing. Yeah, that's exactly right.
He's pretending to be a hot babe.
So let me get this straight, because it's difficult to follow. This dude, he goes on social media. He acts like he's a foxy lady. And he gets a hold of fishermen. Hey, big boy. You know, they've posted pictures of their fish. Hey, handsome, where'd you catch that fish? And a dude, as we all know, will tell a woman anything if the dude thinks it might get him laid. So these fishermen tell this supposed hot lady where they caught all their fish, but it's not a hot lady. It's a dude, and then he goes and hits those hot fishing spots and catches all the fish. That's the big controversy, the fishing controversy, at least in Oregon. Again, dude...
How do you even come up with something?
I don't know. Dude goes on social media, acts like he's a hot piece of ass, talks these fishermen into telling them where they caught all their fish, and then, after all, it's not a girl. Dude runs out, catches it.
That's so funny.
A dude will never tell another dude where he caught all those fish, right? But he'll tell a super fox.
Or a presumed super
fox. You like that one, Randy Shaver? That's pretty shady.
Yeah, that is. Well, it's creative on his part.
And it's better than doing the other way where you say, like, you pretend to be a super hot babe. Hey, I need some money to pay my phone bill this month. Can you help me?
Right.
These dudes are so desperate to get a piece of ass, they're handing out their GPS coordinates to where exactly. Remember earlier I was telling you about the gas, Josh?
Yep.
It's got me again.
It does.
They're giving out their GPS coordinates to exactly where they caught the fish. That is next level shady.
Some new news this morning just came across. Malik Beasley is no longer a target of the federal gambling investigation conducted in New York. So that means that Beasley is now eligible to sign as a free agent with an NBA team, and that he's no longer being looked at as a person of interest in that investigation. So that's big news this morning for Malik Beasley, who I think got kicked out of his apartment, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's been struggling financially and for other reasons too, but this at least paves the way for him to get a new contract and play in the NBA. So.
Well, go ahead, Malik Beasley, you goofy bastard. Here we go again. People texted in, bass fishing is for people that lack skills and common decency. There's some anti-Iowegian text messages coming in. But I lost them now. They were there a minute ago.
Good.
Now they're...
Yeah, just lose them.
I thought I had some Iowegian.
Although, you know, that doesn't get to me much anymore because I'm so far removed from being from Iowa that I don't even feel like I'm an Iowegian anymore.
Yeah, you're not really so much of a...
Yeah.
Baudette Fishing Guide Jesus, he knows. He says a guy, Iowegians come up for a guided trip. They show up with their pinstripe coveralls and only $20. You're going to need more than $20, friggin' Iowegians. Iowegians are bullhead fishermen, another listener says.
Yep. That's what my dad used to fish for.
No, he did not. He fished for bullheads?
Yeah, that's what he said he was fishing for. I'll put it that way.
What was he doing, just drinking?
Yeah. He and his buddies.
The Lynx lost to Atlanta, whoever they are. So now they've lost back-to-back ball games for the first time this season.
Yeah.
Are folks swan-ton bombing off the bandwagon now that the Lynx have lost back-to-back? Oh, they're not?
They'll be fine.
When do the playoffs start?
Once Collier comes back from the injury, they'll be just fine. And it looks like, I think they hold, I want to say Chicago's first-round pick, and they may end up with a top 4 pick in the draft next year, too. So they've got the super talented team with a potential for a high draft choice next year, too.
There you go. You got to have one of those high draft picks. Oh, no. Here's a listener texted in to say, if you want to talk controversy, let's talk about those friggin' plumbers.
Oh, we're getting into the trades now?
This is an electrician, stripping Sparky Jesus. He says, you want to start trouble, let's talk about those friggin' plumbers. They're always putting their pipes in the way of our wires. Yeah, Josh always says, he always says that plumbers don't know what the hell they're doing.
I've never once said that in my entire life. 615 to 715 Jesus said, all fishermen, you know what? Lakes are big. Don't park your 20-foot boat off my effing dock.
What are they doing parking by his dock?
Don't park by the guy's dock.
All right.
And people are saying that beer battered bullheads are delicious. They're very good, according to
beer battered
Banging Dents, Not Chicks Jesus.
Bullheads. Never ate a bullhead. We certainly caught them in ponds when we were a kid. I never once thought to cook one up. Iowegians would. You know what Iowegians would do with those bullheads, Randy Shaver? They'd put them up on the wall.
Yeah.
That'd be their trophy.
That'd be their trophy fish.
All right. We got.
How many chickens you cooking up today, Nick? What's the total number of chickens?
For God's sake, Randy Shaver, I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you. I'm going to be elbow deep in chicken privates all afternoon long. If I even tried to count, I'd make myself crazy. A lot of roasted chicken going to be served tonight, and it is delicious.
Can't wait to shake your hand when I get there and get some of those chicken privates on my hand.
Well, I'll walk up to you, Dana, and just slap you right in the mouth. Well, no, Randy Shaver, you don't need to thank us. We're all pumped about this. Me and the boys, the SAL members, all the boys who regularly volunteer on Broasted Chicken. This is cool for us. I mean, we always enjoy Broasted Chicken Night, but to have it be a fundraiser for the Randy Shaver Foundation, to have the radio station involved and all the our co-workers and everything showing up, it's going to be great.
I think this is the first event where absolutely everybody's going to be there. I wish Ashley could be there. I mean, she's gone for obvious reasons. But
no Brad Ryder.
Oh, I thought he was going to
No, he can't make it.
That's too bad.
He's going to see his side piece in South Dakota or something like that.
I suppose that might be out of their way. Darn it.
Ashley's husband said he might swing by and pick up some chicken for Ashley.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
So, yeah, Randy Shaver, we'll see you tonight.
Right. I'll be there.
It's going to be a keeper. Yeah, dress up.
I've got my red shirt. Somebody gave me a red shirt to wear, a Legion shirt.
Yes,
so
that's
I'm
right.
all ready to go.
We wear red on Fridays. We're all going to be wearing red, looking cute. All right, buddy, we'll see you later.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Randy Shaver. Oh, I almost forgot to mention what we got coming up next. The friggin' cops. The friggin' cops are going to stop by. Captain Gordon Shank, Lieutenant Mike Lee from the Minnesota's, how do you say it, Josh?
Minnesota State Patrol.
They're on their way in right now. We're at 651-989-9393. If you want to blow up about something, ask the boys a question. We'll talk to the troopers next on the Half-Ass Morning Show.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey friends, Dana here. And yeah, sure, we got plenty of summer left, but we all know what comes next when the weather shifts from crotch soup season to frozen shriveled peas season. That's why I love my pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. It's the perfect time to get them out and take a peek at both your AC and your furnace. Book your AC tune-up by August 21st and save $45 or save $90 when you bundle both. It's the early bird deal and it's the way to go for peace of mind on both ends. Go to standardheating.com and make sure to mention 93X when you book.
Hey there, I'm Paula Pant, host of the Afford Anything podcast. I help people make the smartest money decisions possible because let's face it, money's too important to wing it. From investing strategies to economic trends to savvy travel, lifestyle design, and beyond, we're in this journey to financial independence together. Remember, you can afford anything, just not everything. So, afford anything. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Minnesota State Trooper Gordon Shank.
I called you to report a crime that I don't have nothing to do with. I'm not involved in the crime. I didn't perpetrate the crime.
On the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Oh, God help us. We've made our way all the way up to 8:27 here on the Half-Assed Morning Show. It's a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Let's get the cops involved in this nightmare. Sitting here in studio, Captain Gordon Shank, Lieutenant Mike Lee of the Minnesota State Patrol. If you want to go after him, 651-989-9393. If you have a question, you just want to go after him.
Oh, we already got one. We got one going after. Well, not really going after you guys, but they're questioning why you take something so serious.
Oh, what is it, window tint?
No. This is, the text says, I'm a fellow LEO. I was assisting with your agency on a pursuit. Your trooper ended up having to chase the suspect on foot. After the suspect was in custody, of course, the news shows up. And you would have thought the trooper lost their gun. They were freaking out, but they only lost their hat. And so this fellow officer says, what's the deal with those hats, and why was that such a big deal?
That's who we are. You think
you guys are more than your hat.
So what they're saying, in the middle of some kind of pursuit, the hat fell off the trooper and he stopped to fetch it?
No, the trooper afterwards was freaking out because, oh no, the news is here and I don't have my hat.
Oh.
Was he balding?
You just feel naked without it?
Was he hat fishing?
Yeah, this is kind of like, when you guys were talking earlier about you have the fishers that don't like each other. It's always the cops give troopers hard time back and forth. That's the thing.
City cops versus troopers, troopers versus city cops.
Deputies are in there too.
Is there some kind of policy where when you're on camera, they want you to put your hat on?
It's just part of your uniform. You wear your hat, but we get it. Like there's times where you are in a use of force or something, or you're trying to get someone that is uncooperative and your hat falls off. It happens. They're just joking.
Is it possible, like with lawbreakers? Do you tell them, hey, time out, T, when you guys are fighting, just put your hat back.
Hold on a second here.
Stop, everybody.
By the way, both of you have very full and beautiful hair.
You do. I would cover that up with a hat.
Yeah.
There should be exceptions.
I would be upset if my job required me to wear any hat.
If you were walking around the state fair and a kid asked to put your hat on, would you let him?
I do.
Sure. You do? Okay.
Yeah, it's too bad for the kid, though, because mine's pretty sweaty.
Yeah, that's the problem. People are like, let's wear this hat real quick, please. And I'm like, you don't want to wear this.
What about a 40-year-old man if he asks you at the state fair?
A man-child.
Does it get a little humid under that lid, Mike Lee?
It provides shade, but it traps, all the heat. It's got nowhere to go.
Will you guys, that doesn't necessarily have to be both of you specifically, but the State Patrol has a presence at the State Fair every year, don't they?
Yeah, it's actually coming up. So Monday, the 25th, we'll have our State Patrol Day at the Capitol. We'll be there 8 a.m. to 3 p.m., and we'll have a bunch of different divisions and sections.
I love that. You guys bring, the helicopter and the motorcycle. It's not going this year?
No.
Oh, no.
You're talking about at the fair?
Correct.
Why won't the helicopter be there?
I think we used to, but then we stopped. We moved locations. We're up on the north end, North Underwood area.
Okay.
So we'll have a couple vehicles there, the rollover simulator, crash reconstructionists.
Autographs, pictures.
Yeah, it's not worth anything, but yeah, if you want those, we can get them done for you.
One of the issues with the helicopter, we learned that when they need to land, they knock stuff down.
Oh, is that part of it?
You have that risk of knocking
Where
over
in the hell
vendors.
would you land a helicopter at the State Fair in the first place?
Well, they used to do it. But
but where did they do it?
It was right on the street from the times I saw it.
I think, ever since I was in Mike's role, they never let us put it there, and I totally get it. It makes sense. You don't want to damage someone's stuff that they're there. That's their livelihood.
Yeah, there's a dude with a tent giving out hentai tattoos. What do they call those again? Hentai. And you blow his tent right across. I'd like to see that. Nothing against the tattoo guy, but
we'll also have troopers there every day at the gates as well. So if you have something, say hi. If you need something, they're there to help.
Well, will either one of you be showing up?
I'll be there. He'll be there for State Patrol Day Monday. Yep. I'll be there this weekend during the days as part of the operations.
All right. Okay, if a kid wants to wear your hat, sure, you'd probably go along with that. A 40-year-old, you'd think about it. What if someone asked you to arm wrestle, Mike?
Oh, not me. I got like wicked tennis elbow.
Oh no.
I'm just an old man.
If there's only something you could put on it to make the pain go away.
Go on.
Can you think of anything? Maybe a little icy and perhaps a little hot at the same time?
That was a perfect setup.
I have a question. I had an interaction with a trooper this morning on my way in.
You did?
Yeah, I did. Nobody on the road. I tell you all the time, I go 4 over, so cops don't think I'm a nerd or up to something. But I don't know if he was practicing drafting or what it was, but I mean, he was right on my tail so much so that I could barely see him.
Oh, no.
And so I was wondering, like, what is he running my plate? Is he wanting to race? Should I have raced him? I was thinking, I'm finally going to get it for the window tint. I thought it was going to be a tint thing, but he didn't pull me over.
Yeah, it could have.
Or he or she, I guess.
Just checking you out, son.
I think that's what they were. Probably running your plate and seeing what kind of nefarious actions you're up to. They probably saw your driving history and how horrendous it is.
I'm clean as a whistle. I haven't even been pulled over since 1999, and that was with Nick.
Oh. Yeah, that was a great story. You were going 100 and something miles an hour.
Yeah, we had no idea.
You got to remember, Josh. You're probably about the only swinging D when you're driving into work here, right?
Oh, yeah, there's nobody on the road.
Nobody on the road. Josh gets here a good hour and a half, 2 hours earlier than anybody else. So they're probably thinking you're on your way home from a drug deal or a gang fight.
And you might be.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, when it's that early, there's troopers out there. They're still looking for impaired drivers. So
that's probably what they were doing.
Yeah. Mike made a reference to Josh's shady
driving history.
Here's a listener who texted in. Simply wants to know, when do my speeding tickets go away? I got 3 in a year. Does that beat your record, Josh? 3 in a year?
Oh, geez. I had 3 in a week once. That was ridiculous. Boy. When I was, for whatever reason, late teens, early 20s, I did not care. I was too stupid to care. I mean, I would go to court, and a lot of times they'd just say, all right, don't do it again. And one time I went 2 days in a row, and the guy was really cool. He's like, didn't I just see you yesterday? And he let me off both times.
So, again, what is your career speeding ticket total?
Oh, it's got to be in the 30s, probably.
That's insane.
And that was only from like 16 to maybe 22. I mean, I got a couple after that.
It just doesn't fit your personality.
I know. I don't know why. I did not care.
This is the only thing about your life that's shady. You're the most straight-laced sumbitch, and here you got 30 career. That blows my mind. Every time you talk about it, it blows my mind.
I only got pulled over once in Minneapolis. That's where I grew up. Only one time, and I've mentioned this before, but I was listening to Iron Maiden, and the cop that pulled me over was an Iron Maiden fan. And he actually said, you know what? You got enough crap on your driving history. Do me a favor and slow down and up the irons. It was awesome.
Man.
Well, back to this guy. When do my speeding tickets go away? I got 3 in a year. Do you know the answer to that one?
Yeah, so it'll stay on there unless you ask to get it removed, and you can't do it for a minimum of at least, is it 10 years?
I think so,
yeah.
What a pain in the ass.
10 years?
Yeah, don't speed.
What a pain in the ass.
Those things add up, too, and it's not just that. It's insurance. I mean, you think about it, you become uninsurable eventually.
When do you want to bring up hamstering, Josh?
Are you guys familiar with hamstring? Now, we're very aware. Okay, Shank,
I'm not saying a word.
You're going to have to say a word.
You could just say if you're familiar. You're a learned police officer. You go through trainings. You've got a lot of experience. You've seen stuff we wouldn't even understand.
That's fair.
Are you familiar with the term?
Are you?
I'm too scared to ask.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm willing to
We learned
guess.
this earlier on in our stupid news segment. It's a new, I'm going to say it even though I don't like to say it because I think it's so stupid. It's supposedly a new sex trend.
That I can't imagine.
Take it away, Josh.
I can't imagine anybody's actually doing. Now, everyone's familiar with a hamster. What a cute little animal that is.
My daughter has one.
Oh, and so how does the hamster drink?
I've never watched it.
Okay, so it's got the bottle, tipped underneath, and it's got that little straw that comes out.
Yep.
And so he reaches his head up and he drinks from it.
Okay.
He or she. Sorry to be sexist. But we were talking earlier about this trend. It's been a couple of years, and for whatever reason, it's kind of become a thing on the internet now, where a gentleman will lay on top of his vehicle if there's a sunroof.
Sure.
And then a willing partner,
in the
hamsters,
car.
Yes, is in the car, and hamsters.
Like a hamster feeds out of the tube, yes.
And so obviously there's issues of, I can tell you guys don't want to talk about this at all. There's issues of, public indecency. And certainly if you're driving, how dangerous is that?
That's what my question was. I'm like, this is in like a closed garage, right?
Well, and that's the thing. If they recommend if you're going to do it, you should do it in your garage.
The article recommends that the vehicle should be stopped in a safe and hopefully not public place, or you could be in line for several different charges.
Yes. So, speaking of charges, I think we just killed Shank. He's over here crying, and I don't think he can breathe.
This is really something that people are doing, Gordon. It's troubling but true. So I think, Josh, what we wanted to ask originally when we brought it up, and we talked about hamstering and then brought up the fact that you fellers were coming in studio. We wanted to ask what kind of charges are people. Is that what we wanted to ask?
Yeah. So let's say you see this. First and foremost, you probably make sure all your cameras are on because you got to capture them.
I don't know if you do.
I got a question. So this is parked, right? Somewhere.
Well, you tell us. I mean,
this is easy answer.
Yep, I got you, Mike.
Yep.
This is a city issue.
Yes, sir.
So you radio the city cops and say, look, fellas, we got something that's a little more up your alley here.
Yeah.
Over on the corner of this and that.
That's it. Simple as that.
Yep. Now, driving, that's a problem. We're going to have to deal with that.
All right, so what happens here? You're driving.
I mean, there's indecent exposure probably. There's duty to drive with due care.
Yeah.
No seatbelt.
No.
Possibly window tint. We don't know.
Probably. Hopefully.
Not signaling your intent.
Yeah.
I mean, is that, are you going to jail for something like that?
You got to go to jail.
Yeah, I mean, that's just beyond reckless.
Yeah.
Endangering others.
You got to go to jail for that.
But, don't you have to say
so you can brag about it.
How horrible, right? First and foremost. But secondly, how awesome would that be to see?
I don't want to be a part of that.
It would be incredible. Absolutely incredible. Speaking of, all these stupid internet trends, a number of years ago, wasn't it kind of trendy you're in your motor vehicle, like you're at a slow roll, and then you get out and you dance for a while.
Oh, ghost riding to whip.
Ghost riding to whip?
The whip. D-A, ghost riding to whip.
And so your vehicle continues to crawl along without you behind the wheel. You dance, and then you get back in the vehicle.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes people get on top of their cars and dance on top of the car.
On top of the car.
While it's slowly moving.
That's even smarter.
Mm-hmm. Have either one of you ever seen that?
No. I think I've seen it. I feel like it's usually the passenger.
Yep.
Oh, no. I've seen videos where it's the driver.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. That's not right either, is it?
No.
Yeah, that's just wreck. You can get run over. I think I saw one video where a guy ran himself over.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, in the middle of his dance moves.
How come Dana knows so much about this?
He's
on the internet
guy.
constantly.
Yeah. He's a social media guy.
He's the guy doing the videos.
Yeah. We're wrapping with Captain Gordon Shank and Lieutenant Mike Lee from the State Patrol. We're at 651-989-9393 if you have a question for the boys.
There's a person here, Can You Dig It Jesus, that wants to know. There's a freeway ramp. It's metered, but there's no cars. Can I drive through, or do I have to stop at the red?
No, it's a red light.
Got to stop?
Yep.
What if there's no cop around? Same thing?
Good luck. Maybe we're just hiding. Yeah, just when those lights are working, you're supposed to stop at the red lights, and then when there's traffic, you're supposed to form two lanes.
Somebody else mentions there's something worse than hamstering. We don't have to go too far into it, but it's called speed bagging.
I need to know. I need to know.
Oh, can't you picture?
Wait. Josh, is it also done in a motor vehicle?
It's the same thing, but it's called speed bagging, and it's different. It's just a little different, the act.
I mean, I'm well aware of speed bagging, but I was trying to figure out if there's some connection to a motor vehicle like there is hamstering.
Yeah, it's exactly. The setup is the same as hamstring.
Okay.
But the person inside the car has a different act.
Sure.
Who's thinking of this stuff?
The internet.
Some genius.
The social media people. This is all they do. They just stare at their computer all day and try to come up with new stupid things to become trendy.
Yeah, who thinks of this? Future Nobel Peace Prize winners, okay?
What if it's just Dana feeding you guys stuff and you're believing it?
It's possible.
All right. What are we doing now? Dash cams. Listener wants to know how admissible is dash cam footage if you're just regular citizen.
Yeah, it could definitely be used to help your case, and if you choose to go to court on your issue, you can produce it, and it could be admitted into evidence.
How soon would I have to turn in the video after I witness something?
ideally as soon as possible.
Yeah. Okay.
One thing I'll say too, we had that issue before with street racing. We will seize those dash cams from those street racers and use them against them. We'll get a warrant. We'll do it the proper way, but we have that option too.
Cold-blooded move on your part.
Absolutely.
Cold-blooded.
As we take that very seriously. It's very dangerous.
Kind of fun to watch, isn't it, though? I bet when you're watching the... I mean, let's just be honest. It's kind of like, whoa, look at that move. I mean, I don't support that kind of thing. Someone's going to get killed, but I bet watching that dash cam video would be somewhat enjoyable.
Somebody actually did text in earlier. Do you guys both... Do you have your Chargers?
Yeah.
Okay, they want to know if you'll have a burnout contest on the way out. I mean, right back here, they do that over. Well, you know what? I haven't seen it actually this summer, but for a while, just nothing but burnt rubber every Monday morning from the racers on 280. They'd get off on Kasota here and just go for it.
It's because we're cracking down on it. No, I will not partake in that because I feel like my Charger is just a commuter car. Like it's not. There's nothing cool about it.
What do you got? Is it like a V6?
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair.
Sean's disappointed.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you've got a cop car, you
I got a
wanna have
V8.
one. Do you? No biggie.
Yeah. With the cameras, I see them in Ubers. You know, a lot of times they'll record what's going on in the back seat, you know, so in case something bad happens. What if you guys seize one of those cameras and you're watching it and then all of a sudden a hamstring takes place?
Oh boy.
I knew that was coming back around. I knew it.
Dana's just all about this.
Has anybody ever gone poopies in their pants when being tased?
That was a fear of mine, or peepees, or screamies when I got tased. I was worried. You know, I did it for the, like a lot of cool guys, they go through the Citizens Academies. Right? You got a lot of respect for those people, I'd imagine, in the
Of course.
a lot of law enforcement community.
Takes a tough person to do that.
It does. And so I volunteered because no one else would. And I thought I'd feel like a chicken if I didn't. But that was my fear, like, oh no, what if I wet my pants or cry in front of a whole group of people?
You ever witnessed that kind of a thing? Someone lose control of their...
No, I haven't. And I feel like I've only been around a tasering incident like a handful of times.
Yeah.
Well, you were probably tased, weren't you?
Yeah.
For training?
Yep. Yeah.
Did you do any good stories from that?
No, it feels like it's only 5 seconds, but man, that's like the longest 5 seconds of your life.
Totally agree. Oh. But, you know, for those of us that have taken the ride, we understand. And it's so invasive. I felt like there was a sewing machine going at me, and you're like kind of pissed off. Like, how long is this going to take?
It's going to end.
I can certainly understand how it would make you angry.
But once it's done, it's like nothing happened.
Yeah.
It's a weird sensation.
It is. It's different.
Shank and Lee sitting in with the program. We've got time for a little more conversation, but we do have to take a break. So go ahead and send in your questions to 651-989-9393. We'll be back with the State Patrol here in a few minutes on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Minnesota State Trooper Gordon Shank.
I called you to report a crime that I don't have nothing to do with. I'm not involved in the crime. I didn't perpetrate the crime.
On the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Yeah. Gordon Shank, Mike Lee of the Minnesota State Patrol are setting in this morning with the program, trying to answer bizarre questions, putting up with our nonsense. I'll tell you what, you two are so popular with our listeners that one of them has written you a poem.
Let's hear it.
Let's see. Isn't that flattering?
That is. Well, it might be. We'll see.
Hickory dickory dock.
Listeners written Gordon Shank and Mike Lee a poem. Shank and Lee sitting in a tree. Hamster.
I knew it. I knew it.
It's beautiful art.
All right, you have to be in that situation. Which one of you? Okay, I'm not.
Further questions for the cops before we got to go. I really don't think this listener's trying to make like a lame, overused donut joke. I really don't. I think they really want to know what's your favorite food to eat while driving. The both of you spend a good amount of time behind the wheel. Favorite food to eat while driving.
Oh, boy. I just love all food.
Not picky eater?
Mike's eyebrows kind of raised when I asked that. He's like, ooh, man, food.
You are a man of passions.
I am.
And you're really into what you're into. So there's not one particular food that's your favorite. Maybe take out the driving. What's the go-to for Lieutenant Mike Lee?
Oh, man. It's pretty embarrassing. So either donuts or chicken wings are my favorite foods.
Mm-hmm.
So,
not embarrassing about that.
Well, the kind of unwritten rule is like if you're in uniform, you don't eat donuts.
Sure.
Right.
But
have you ever
just because of the crap you're going to get?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Have you ever been in the middle of a delicious burrito or something and you had to pursue?
No, I'll just turn my radio down and ignore it.
Hey, look, a guy's got to eat.
Yeah.
Mike didn't hear a thing.
Yeah.
Bartender for life, she's new to texting. Thank you for texting. She said, when the speed limit changes from 40 to 30, let's say, do you need to be going 30 as you approach or past the sign or as soon as you get to the sign? Asking to avoid future tickets, she said.
Once you hit the zone, you got to be at that speed.
Yeah, once you cross that threshold.
Can you slam on your brakes to achieve it?
Ideally, no.
Yeah, gradually get to that point.
Right, so safely, you're
Yes.
Did you say they're new to texting?
New to texting the show, I'm assuming.
Oh,
but maybe
okay.
new to texting in general.
Yeah, you never know.
I taught a guy how to text at the State Fair last year.
Interesting.
Yeah, he had never texted on his phone.
A couple more interesting questions. I mean, really, there's a couple good ones here. Now, maybe they know you boys. I don't know. But I'm interested, and you don't need to give away too many details. What's the best nickname on the force? Josh and I I love this question because Josh and I do like to reminisce about some of the great nicknames we've had in this building over the years. There's Tuna Foot. There's Take a D.
Empty Suit.
Empty Suit.
Galatosis.
Best nickname on the force.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
You don't have a great one? I figured, because whenever we tell these stories of, in our stupid news, in Josh's news report, we do tell a lot of stories that involve the police, and sometimes it's when a cop does something really silly on the job, and we always say, oh, that dude's going to get a nickname out of that.
Yeah, I don't.
Fair enough. It's all right.
I mean, we call one Richard. I mean, his name's not Richard, but we call him.
Is that my buddy?
Yes.
He is. I can say it. You can't. He is a dick. I don't know why I'm friends with him. Nobody likes him for good reason.
He's been a great guy lately.
Hey, Shank.
Lately. I'm dead serious.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He's a different guy.
Yeah.
Turning over a new leaf.
Yeah, he's
This guy?
awesome.
Well, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Richard's a good one.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. You know, whenever I mention that to a trooper, they're like, "Oh God, why? Why would you be friends with him?" I don't know.
He's a great guy.
I love him, but I don't know why. I would.
Josh, remember the shark?
Oh yeah, sure. That guy, you'd have to hug the wall when he walked by because he was all over the place.
We called him the shark because he never stopped moving.
Oh.
Even when he was standing and telling you a story, his shoulders would we think it's because he was doing pounds of blow.
Oh boy.
But he never stopped moving.
And he's a big guy.
Big guy, very wobbly, very awkward as he walked down the hallway, so he'd slam into things. That was the shark.
Oh, Wisco Male Nurse Jesus reminds us, Dana got a new nickname yesterday, Pizzle Rot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Pizzle Rot.
Are you familiar with Pizzle Rot?
No,
Maybe it's something to Google later.
Is it not a disease that a dog can get on its penis?
It's some sort of condition.
Yes. Dana has been pizzle rot for the last 24 hours.
It is quite an unpleasant odor, we were told.
First human to contract that dog disease, so I wear it as a badge of honor.
And the way he got it is disgusting. Disgusting.
I can only imagine.
Now, Mouse and Jesus has a question. I don't want to say who, but somebody I know. I was on a road. I had to go left. They had to go right. Split. 280 right here to go between the 94s. The gentleman that was next to me, who I knew very well, reached out of his window and made the world's most hilarious giant masturbation pantomime. I mean, really went for it. They want to know, is that something that could have garnered a ticket?
You're not exactly paying attention to your driving. You're busy making a masturbation motion.
Should I show it to you, or do you understand what I'm saying? Are the words enough?
No. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Yeah, if they're being distracted from their driving and it's causing issues with their driving behavior, sure.
But what if they were able to maintain control of their vehicle? Despite my laughter and appreciation for the gesture, I also maintained the control of my vehicle.
Yeah, so now you're kind of edging on a little First Amendment, freedom of speech, but yeah.
I wouldn't use the word edging, but that's up to you.
I mean, all the way out the window this guy went, didn't he, Jeff?
I mean, like, as big as his arm could stretch.
Sure.
Up, top, bottom, like the whole thing. Didn't miss an inch.
Maybe they're doing something else, and you just misinterpreted it.
No, they confirmed.
I think there's a ticket there somewhere.
Yeah,
there's
sure.
a ticket there somewhere.
I'm sure. We'll just ask you not to do it again, Josh.
Yeah.
Oops, wrong hole. It wasn't me that did it. I was the victim of that crime. Oops, wrong hole. Jesus has got to mention. We talked about him off the air today.
Oh man,
it was a nervous tick. Somebody that worked here had.
What? Tell the boys his nickname again. That was his nickname.
Because he would say that after almost everything he said.
There wasn't almost, it was everything he said, whether it was a statement, whether it was a question. He closed it out with, what are you guys doing this weekend? You see that ball game last night?
That's awesome.
We're not making it up. It was one of the more fascinating. We would call him into the studio for no reason. We would pretend like we needed him to come in here so we could hear him dump on us. It was a wonderful time.
Like clockwork.
Well, the reason it came up is there's another person that works here where anytime you see the person, they yawn.
Really?
It's like hey guys, every single time.
We think it's a nervous.
Like it's got to be a nervous thing,
situation.
Right? Or we exhaust them.
Gordon and Mike mentioned that the State Patrol will be camped out at the State Fair at least one day.
Yeah, so we will be there Monday, May 25th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then also we are promoting and reminding people that it is the 25th anniversary of Ted Foss's death, where he was hit by a passing vehicle and was killed in line of duty. Also something to note, we are still in our open period for traditional hiring process. So if you have a law enforcement degree or you'll be post-eligible by a certain date, we're taking those applications to the end of the month. And then the last thing I have a note here is Captain Shank is still better than me.
Oh,
I don't know why you had me say that, Captain, but I did. So
just want to make sure we're clear on that.
Yep.
Well, he outranks you. So
Yes.
if he tells you to say something, you better say.
And he reminds me. And
if you don't mind, back to the fair real quick. A listener wants to know which ride is the most likely to make you vomit at the State Fair.
Oh, me personally?
Either one, both of you.
Any rotational ride. Yeah.
Okay, so even say the Tilt-A-Whirl?
Oh, especially the Tilt-A-Whirl.
Okay, that can be brutal.
Yeah.
I would agree the same. I'm right there with him on that.
Spinning?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sure both of you, neither one of you has problems with speed.
Yes. Roller coasters are great.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Speed, I can handle.
Yep.
You spin me, game over.
Agree.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't even go on the merry-go-round like with my kids.
Well, that's not that fast of a spin.
Oh man, it
really
just
gets
like
you?
the same motion, and my kids know too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So they torture you by always insisting that Dad rides with the.
No, they know better. They say I want to go on the merry-go-round, but we'll take Mommy because I know Daddy doesn't like it.
I remember the transition I made to purse holder because I used to be able to go on everything, and now I can't. I'll hold everybody's stuff at this point.
That's fine.
Boys, thanks very much as usual.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Happy 32nd on Saturday to Chugged Up Plumber Jesus. Shout out to the amazing Autumn on her last day at Egan. Good luck on your college test. Shout out to Nick and the rest of the groomsmen going to Duluth for the bachelor party. Happy 5th birthday to Jackson from Mom, Dad, Bree in Wales. Happy birthday to Kinda Cute Paris swim teacher Jesus tomorrow from Eden Prairie Trash Slinging Jesus. I wish I had a name. I don't have a name here. But congrats to you on your last day at your cabinet job. They're excited for their next step. Congrats. Happy birthday to Frankie, turning the big 02 on Sunday from Dad, Muscle Dilf Jesus. As a reminder, tomorrow, 2 to 4, the morning show will be at the State Fair. We'd love it if you'd come by, say hello. It'd be fun to hang out with you if you're around. Again, 2 to 4 at the State Fair tomorrow, and we'll see you on Monday.
If you missed any part of the show today or this week, you can always check out the podcast at 93x.com.
93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Hey friends, Dana here. And yeah, sure, we got plenty of summer left, but we all know what comes next when the weather shifts from crotch soup season to frozen shriveled peas season. That's why I love my pals at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. It's the perfect time to get them out and take a peek at both your AC and your furnace. Book your AC tune-up by August 21st and save $45 or save $90 when you bundle both. It's the early bird deal and it's the way to go for peace of mind on both ends. Go to standardheating.com and make sure to mention 93X when you book.